Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip-hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Yo. Welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, a.k.a. Melvo.
It's your boy, G9P.
And your boy, the Gray.
And we are back in studio for the first time in, 2 months, maybe?
Has it been that long?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
But what you guys been up to, man? How's life?
For me, I had got a new sauna suit. Wifey bought it for me. And I decided to take it out, to test it out over the weekend. Went, walk around my neighborhood with it. Then went to a walking trail. And boy, I felt like everything was looking at me. Trees, houses, buildings. That's how much attention I felt like I was getting. But after the walk, it actually works. You know what I'm saying? Like I came home, took it off. Poured like a whole cup of sweat.
Wait till you really do it. You're gonna see how light you feel. Let you do a couple miles in it, bro.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that trail is like
lighter.
a good
That shit is different. Yeah,
2-3 miles.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're gonna feel it once you take it off. You feel real light. So.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, took my dog out there. I mean, that was it.
What about you, Nate? What you been up to?
What have I been up to this past week? Nothing much. Me and the missus are just chilling. We went out to we went to go catch a movie. We almost decided to pre-screen that in Eternals. Decided to watch it as us first before we could see if it's safe for the kids to watch. Not bad. Not a good Marvel movie, if I would say. Not all that, but definitely not made out as much hate as people made it out to scene. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that has the gay kissing scene and also the sex scene. Mm-hmm. And the gay kissing scene was less problematic than the sex scene. The gay kissing scene was literally instant. Pop kiss, gone and gone. Not even literally not even a big deal. But the sex scene, a little bit more thrusting. It's about maybe 2-3 minutes. If you're in there with kids, it is a little awkward.
Was it like regular?
They were on a beach. It's a PG-13
No, I'm
movie.
saying like, was it like what kind of sex scene was it? Like
they were on the
gay
beach.
sex scene, or was it?
No. This is a straight people's sex scene. But I'm talking about
they had to top that pop kiss.
Exactly. So I feel like they went a little bit more ham on the straight thing, so you could offset the gay thing. But I was like, you didn't even have to do that, bro. You could have just kept the gay kiss thing because that was just literally a peck. You could have kept the gay kiss. We don't need the sex scene. It made it the movies for kids. Makes it unneeded.
Whoever
for kids.
that director was.
Is it superhero sex or regular sex?
Regular sex. These are superheroes having regular sex. Though. That's slow shit. I was like, I like this is a little problematic.
Supposed to hit it with that Thor hammer.
Hey man, we gotta come back harder.
That's what they said. So we gotta top that gay scene. But I was like, the gay scene ain't even an issue. People out here giving this movie bad ratings, Rotten Tomatoes scores because the gay kissing scene. I was like, it ain't all that bad. It's literally just
they
a
didn't
pop
say
kiss.
nothing about the sex scene.
They didn't say. That's why I said let me go watch it yet. It's getting all the outrage. They didn't say nothing about that sex scene. The sex scene is no lot worse. Trust me. That's what I'm saying. That shit have made no sense. And I was like, so I would have let my kids see it just off that scene. Or maybe fast forward that scene. But the gay kissing is literally just a pop in and out type thing.
You take your kids' phones, you're going to see Pornhub on that bitch.
You probably is, but that's the difference between me co-signing it. You definitely going to see that. Kids have their access to their own internet. They have all shit.
All over social media.
Bro. All the shit we hoping that keep from them, they have the whole world at their fingertips.
Of course, yeah.
That shit's crazy. I take a kid's phone, you look through their browse history, Pornhub. I'm like, what the fuck? These kids
are
are
not smart enough to at least go private browsing. That shit's wild.
Exactly. As an adult, we know to go to private.
Exactly.
But these kids, nope.
So yeah, they have access to everything, but it's a difference to me co-signing it and you having to go and have to get this on your own type thing. So, but either that was about it. Nothing much. I was just chilling, man. How about you?
Let's see. This past weekend, was it this past weekend? Yeah, was it this past weekend? Damn. I linked up with. Did I say last week I linked up with Didier?
No, you told me you're supposed to meet up with him.
Okay, I linked up with Didier. Went to some little spot in Brooklyn, some little Caribbean social spot. Just hung out for a little bit, drunk some drinks, shit like that. It was my last weekend in New York, so he hit me up at a good time. So then this past Saturday and Sunday, we ended up packing up the car, coming back to Florida. So now we back in Florida for good, I guess, until it's time to move again.
So the whole time you're there, you didn't think that was there ever an opportunity to try to buy out there?
Man, ain't nobody buying out there.
Shit's just so there's
Buy what?
New York buyers. I'm thinking maybe someone find a distressed property, find someone lacking, but none of that in New York.
Distressed properties going for
and none of that
for a few millions, yeah.
Yeah, bro, ain't none of that. So, but we back in Florida, back for good. Back to being around all these anti-vaxxers and people that don't want to put on masks.
Now you back to the wilds, Playboy.
Yeah, back to the wild, wild west.
So you get down. I just seen someone today talking about they got their vax, just got my vax, and he said triple vaxxed. And I'm like, when's it gonna stop, guys? He's gonna say quadruple vax next, then quintuple vaxxed. You know what I'm saying? He was bragging about being triple vaxxed, bro. Come on,
there's no like. I don't see the reason of saying triple vax because if you treat it just like a flu shot is just, you're not gonna say I'm 100 and this is my fourth flu shot. You're not gonna say flu shot for triple flu shot, but you get a flu shot every year.
But I guess because he means triple vax because some shots you getting booster now.
Yeah, but
so I don't know if it's been a year.
So if you have a flu shot this year and take a flu shot next year,
if it's a year apart,
yeah, but it ain't been a year apart yet.
It hasn't been a year apart yet. Though. I think it was on 3.
It ain't been a year apart. Yeah.
That nigga on 3. I'm like, when's it gonna stop, bro? Here's what I realized: both people are taking the COVID very two extremes. What you have the anti-vaxxers who swear that the vaccine gonna do something to you.
You have the people you're with.
No, I'm not anti-vax. Listen, because I'm not over here speaking. I like the percentage of you getting hurt from a vaccine is probably less than 1%. It's so minuscule. But then the percentage you dying of COVID is almost that same 1% if you're not within that, if you're within the healthy class. So you have two extremes of the thing. And you got one side calling another one idiots for not getting it. Like I said, let's say the people that get the shots, they're calling other sides idiots for not getting their vaccines. Is that another third? They're following COVID protocol. They're going to restaurants. They're putting a mask on until they sit down, and they take off their mask as if the COVID just disappears. We act like that's the idiocy that we're going to do.
COVID don't present itself in front of hot food.
so there's
it respects it.
It respects dinner.
Yeah, there's that. Then you got people that's been getting vaxxed their whole 12 years of schooling with no issues. Their kids have vaxxed, but all of a sudden now they can't trust governments. They taking all sorts of random drugs and drinks. They can't trust it. I like they know everything that goes on everything. Like, so it's two extreme people that just it's just became a political issue. Like, y'all really not. If any critical thinking got into it, you're like, come on, we're both kind of really overdoing it in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? If a person want to get it, you can get it. If you're compromised, then you should get. I feel you should definitely get it. If you've lost someone to it, you're a bit more sensitive. All right, but people that's never lost anything to it, or
everybody's lost someone to it by now, bro.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Everybody.
But I've met some people that said, I've met the person I met goes pretty ham. He said he lost someone to the vax, but that person was, I think, like former cancer. What's his name? And it's so rare. Don't say it never happened because these things do have a percentage. It's just so rare that we hear of it. He lost someone following the vax. He's the only person I know that is like,
okay, just because you die after you took a vaccine don't mean the vaccine killed you. Nigga, you was on your way out the door.
Listen, the person was
That's like me giving a 93-year-old a vaccine and say, damn, we should have never gave him the vaccine. He died. Nigga was out the door.
But I'm just like, what his stance is. The person was already, I guess, recovering from cancer, this, that, third. They got the shot, and he's adamant anti-vax. I like so the 1% chance of the person that got it was kind of ill, but
What's
it's the
his
same
proof
rate.
that it was a vaccine though?
He'll throw all
Just the person died.
Yeah, but he'll throw all these data and statistics to these numbers about the vaxes, that, and the third about how these. To me, this is the most distributed. Here's another extreme. I'm always like, oh, this is the most distributed vaccine in the world, probably in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Over 300 million, maybe 500 million dosages, and there's not even 5 million deaths from it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's not
there's
even
not.
1%.
I don't even know if there's 100 deaths from it.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. So
There's no. I haven't heard no deaths, no infinitive deaths from the vaccine.
That's what I'm telling. So the death from it is so minuscule. You cannot just say you don't like the vaccine, but don't say it's for the cause of death because you're reaching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would agree.
That's why. I was like, you're reaching that way. But he might say, why are we overdoing this for this drug, this COVID that has a barely, even though COVID had got like 600,000 American deaths already. But if you're young and you're healthy,
600,000.
I think it's 600 and climbing in U.S.
Nah,
globally,
bro.
it's well over a million. U.S. is 600, 6 something for sure.
Bruh, are you sure? I thought
I checked, it might
No,
have
I
shot
thought
up.
we hit 1 million.
U.S. no,
Yeah,
I don't
U.S.
think
did.
so.
All right, I'm about to
Maybe
Google it right
cases
now.
for sure, but I don't know about deaths. I don't think
No,
over 1 million deaths.
Cases is like in the
5
20s,
million, yeah, I think.
in
Yeah.
the 5s, some shit like that.
So, but even if it was 5 million cases, there's got to be more than 5 million cases.
Yeah, it's more than 5. It's
way.
well,
gotta be more.
last I
Let's
heard.
say there was 30 million.
Last I heard, they start talking
so
about
there's
it. Yeah.
there's 47 million cases
Yeah, see,
and
not even
764 deaths.
47 million. You know what I'm saying? It's
No,
you see
it's-
how much of a fraction of the death is from that. It's so
It's
small.
764
deaths. Yeah,
thousand. Yeah,
out of 45 million cases.
47 million.
47. You see? It's both of us are, it's kind of an extreme both ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very political. Some people, Florida's just saying, like, we got to keep going, which is fucked up. But you can't be shutting shit down like California. And
True, yeah.
It's too extreme.
Well, that's
Shit
the
is not
thing.
making any
California
sense.
had the most cases and the most deaths,
Yeah.
which is expected.
Here's the thing about California. Here's the thing about Democrats. Motherfuckers get power and can't do shit. But let an emergency like this happen, now they niggas flex their power. Where's their power when it's time to pass some shit that the people need? Now when it's time for a COVID lockdown, Democrats is tough, niggas. Now we don't care. We locking everybody down. Y'all can't work. But when we need some shit passed to go through, y'all niggas folding on bills, scared to filibuster, scared of see?
And that's why we don't trust it.
You know what I'm saying? The whole time Republicans always been arguing that Democrats are fascists, they're authoritarians, and they're trying to grab your gun, like, get the hell out of here. Democrats love everybody. They're not trying to do anything. But look what happened. The only time they show power is to force people to do shit. For the first time when they actually have power, and look at New York, look at California, they're very strict when they actually have the ultimate power in their hand. Any other time, the niggas act like lambs. They can't give you any type of extra, you know what I'm saying? They can't pass anything your way. They're over blaming Republicans for this can't pass, that can't pass. It looks crazy. Either way, yeah, COVID, I think if you're in the medical community, maybe you're a bit more prone to paying attention to it. It just depends. If you've had people die from it, you're probably a bit more hyper aware to it.
I don't even think you have to have people. All you got to do is have people that caught it.
Yeah, but most people that caught it they might be over within a day or so, or you know what I'm saying.
Maybe
I had a household. I had half my household have it, and I didn't catch it, and like 2 of the other members of my house didn't catch it. And the people that did have it, there was nothing but like a day issue. But we're all younger, so that's not for me to just not pay any mind to the elderly folks. I really think COVID should have been really geared towards. We could have did a massive rollout to protecting the elderly, how we did in the beginning, give them their own shopping hours, pushing that instead of making this become so political. Mm-hmm. The elderly and the sick, or what's the name?
How was your COVID experience?
It was terrible. I hated it. Yeah,
Did you lose smell, taste?
I did. Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Oh, I just seen today a girl that she's had it, and I guess some people might lose a smell or taste for like a couple of days, But there's some people in rare cases, 6 months or so, it's even longer. And it does worse than that. When you're going to eat the food, it's not only that you lose the taste, it's your different receptors are going off. So each time she's eating food, it's tasting like
different.
It's smelling nasty. It's smelling like trash or garbage. So when she's eating, she's throwing up so much that she's starting to acids building up in her throat because she said it's imagine each time you go eat and the shit it smells like shit. It could be pizza, it could be anything. So this girl having to clamp her nose, pinch her nose down so when she eat, and she's like crying. She's like it mess up the whole eating experience for her.
Well, we don't know what she's smelling. She could be clout chasing.
Nah, I'm showing the video. She said it's like bowel, like she's like everything she's eating it tastes nasty. She has to clamp her nose down. It don't taste nasty. The smell. So different receptors are going off. And they said most people usually lasts, you know what I'm saying, within 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they'll go away. But in rare cases, some people, the taste don't even come back or shit like that.
Did your wife get it too?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
So are you guys having any after effects from it? Like any?
Like right now, nah.
No changes? Like they say there's some like long-term shit that goes on if you catch it, happens with some people.
Listen, COVID's about to be the new bullshit. There's going to be a COVID spectrum where no diseases or no side effects don't fall into the COVID spectrum. Pretty soon they're going to say, you blinking too much, that's a COVID side effect. You say you sweating, that's a COVID side effect. They're going to find something. It's just wild. I don't know how we're going to
especially
move forward.
If you can get paid for it?
Yeah, especially if they can get paid for it.
I'm about to catch some.
The shit is wild, man.
I've been fortunate to not come across COVID, so.
But you were saying you could have caught it and be asymptomatic.
No, I don't have no antibodies.
Oh yeah, you did the antibody test, right?
Nobody has the antibody, so.
Yeah, this is true. Same here. Yep.
I didn't catch it. But I know how to wear a mask and shit, so.
I do. Everywhere I go, most people don't wear masks, so.
Florida make you feel strange
yeah, for
by
real.
wearing masks. I tell you
does,
that much. You welcome back when you're the only asshole in the fucking place. You're like, what the fuck I look like? I'm over here grabbing a burger, and everybody looking at you like you're a damn alien. You gonna feel worse than the sauna. You feel more at home with the sauna suit on than you do the mask on in Florida, bro. Yeah, because I'm like, I'll be in places with the wife. We got masks on. Like, what the hell we got these masks on? All these people got it. So in Florida, it'll definitely make you feel strange out wearing a mask, depending on the venue.
Yeah, that ain't gonna deter me from wearing my mask. So y'all just gonna have to look at me.
Well, y'all ready to get in these absurdities?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, absurdities for this week. We still have the fallout from the Astroworld Festival. Of course, you got so many people doing different hit pieces on Travis Scott, this, that, and the third. I was hearing Joe Budden podcast break down the numbers. So I believe the tickets were $350 for 2 days, something like some crazy number. It was like over $100 million a day, bro. Like these motherfuckers were for no reason were they gonna cancel that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the thing. Like they could give them a refund, but
like this dude makes so much money.
Not all of
you
it,
could see why the people would be cutting corners. They're like, we gonna make $100 million. We cut a couple corners. We gonna make 115, 120. It's so much money there. You already know. You just a little bit fractional. You cut a corner to nigga. We eating even more.
But now with this is the
happens.
thing. The 8-9 people die. Why does everybody think they could fucking sue? Especially if you didn't come out, you came out unscathed. What gives you the right to sue?
What I love is the motherfuckers that probably barged in without a ticket that's gonna sue. That were in there. That's probably that.
So how many people was there?
There was over
50,000.
50,000.
Yeah, 50,000.
And you could do like $300 each, and that's not even talking.
That's probably just the base price.
Yeah, that's just the base price.
But if you want like the exclusive access to gift shops and shit like that early and stuff like that, you're probably paying more. But supposedly, in their whole refund policy thing is if you accept the refund, you can't sue.
Sheesh.
Which one?
You know how he's refunding everybody their tickets. But the people that accepted it and didn't read the terms, you're excluded from being able to join the class action lawsuit if you accept the refund.
I mean, how much money? You got to play it smart. There's 50,000 people there, right? Mm-hmm. Those people are going to sue. The relatives of the people is going to sue. Okay, right now, he's currently being sued. So far, I believe it's $750 million. Him, Rock Nation, all that, which is a crazy number, but people are like, oh, it's over for him. They're trying to take that bill from him. I was like, he's not going to pay a dime of that of his own self. Think about the Las Vegas massacre at the MGM Grand, where you had 58 people killed. And whatever amount, let's say a couple, maybe nearly 100 or so injured, of which they settled for $800 million, MGM Grand.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
800 million and 4,400 relatives got that pie of that 4,400 people, because it's not only people that died, they get paid, the people that were there, family members, uncles might say, hey, my nephew died, I felt the pain. So 800 million split between 4,400 people. And that's what almost, I don't know how many, what was that, 10 times more than Travis's deaths? Yeah. 5 times more, I mean? Because I think Travis might be at 10 now. So they're at 50, and that's not counting all the other injuries. And they gave $800 million. People are like, and y'all over here talking about it's over for Travis. Y'all don't see the owner of MGM Grand. He didn't pay a dime out of that settlement.
Yeah, damn, that's crap, bro.
You divide it, right?
Yeah.
How much is it?
181,000. No, dollars.
Oh. No, he said it was 800 billion. I mean, million.
Yeah, it was 800 million.
800 million.
The class action lawsuit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And divided by 4,000 something.
4,400.
4,400. So
180.
About 181,000, about 200,000 each person. A little under that, which ain't bad. It's horrible if you died. $200,000 for a death, that's lightweight. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people probably didn't want to enter like class action, because if you died getting shot at MGM, that you'd think easily you get $1 million, $2 million. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That class action is not always in your favor.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
If they would have just, if it wasn't a class action and only the people that got injured,
then you get real money.
What's name? Then you get some real money.
Yeah,
because you might drop it down to 800 people, mm-hmm. and then you get that 800 million, and everybody get like a damn million.
Exactly. But yeah, now it's so 200,000, and you talking about a massacre, like.
But then you also have to take into account the lawyer.
Oh, the lawyer's taking 30%. Oh yeah, that's exactly. So yeah,
so you looking at. What it breaks it down to like 500 million. Them lawyers gonna eat.
Yeah, yep. So the lawyer gonna take 33%. That's not even counting paperwork, because that's just their cut, and then they still do the filing. So you can say almost half.
All these folks trying to get this money off of Scott on this class action. You're gonna end up getting one of them letters in the mail, and it's a $2.43 check.
Yeah. It's just crazy to me to see so much people try to blame Travis. Like, y'all can't really blame him, because this wasn't one of his shows where he was telling people to wild out and riot. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If people were passing out and he was keeping the show going, at every one of his shows, people pass out. He doesn't know the difference. He don't know that people are dying. You can't tell that they're dying. And most of the people that died at his show did not die of being trampled to death. Most were dying of overdose. And he has no control over that.
I don't think they count those people in the deaths.
Yeah, they do. They count. They just count you if you're dead, because there's only 10 dead. You know what I'm saying? There's not they said at one point they're doing 11 cardiac arrests. They're trying to revive. Those people lived. Let's say those are, but imagine all the, you know what I'm saying, of those, they couldn't get to other people that died.
I thought they was only calculating the people that were like trampled.
No, they're counting motherfuckers that just died, which is crazy.
Because I only heard of one kid, the 9-year-old kid was the one that died from being trampled.
Yeah, because his dad passed out.
Was there any other deaths from trampled?
No, there's lots of injuries from trampled, but those are the kids, the people that passed out. A lot of these people were passed out. I
don't know if the guy, they didn't say the guy passed out, bro.
The kid, the 9-year-old kid.
He was on the dad's shoulder and this stampede started happening and he fell off and got trampled.
No, what I heard was he was laughing. They said
his dad taking drugs and
no, not that. They said his dad passed out because it got too hot. And then the dad woke up. The kid, you know what I'm saying? I guess the dad fell and he fell off the dad and they trampled on the dad. They trampled on the kid.
Oh. I don't know. You gotta cite your source, sir. No, you're not good for citing your source.
And there was if you're at those shows, the crowd was surging in the front. This is out in the third. If you're in the back, you had a great. You know what I'm saying, you probably like this show's rocking. You don't even notice.
That's the thing. People like to be too much in the sauce.
Yeah,
sometimes you got to fall back and just watch from before and let people get crunk a little bit. Especially if you got a kid on your shoulder, you can't be in the middle of that bitch with your kid on your shoulder, bro.
I think some people sometimes forget worst case scenarios, man. I'm always a person that always think of worst case scenarios. You always look towards an exit, make sure there's a little bit more room. I can't ever see myself being in a position I could even be trampled, though. I'm always,
bro, it's fucking COVID, bro. Motherfuckers that like nobody said nothing about COVID in this.
Yeah, exactly.
Event.
Yeah,
there's 50,000 people stuck in one area.
Yeah,
and America has a 7.8% positivity rate for COVID. So you tell me all these motherfuckers and nobody, come on, bro.
It should have been a super.
It's like there's no fucking COVID.
Yeah.
So I just find it so much people that a lot of folks that didn't like Travis before. And I don't know anyone that don't like Travis. So what I think is people that never really.
It's a lot.
Here's what I mean. I don't think no one didn't like him before. They just didn't know of him. And now that they hear, they probably heard of him, because there's either two ways you hear of Travis. There's motherfuckers selling out shit everywhere, or you find out he's dating a Kardashian. So you might hate him just by that reason. But music-wise, I don't know motherfuckers that don't like Travis. Motherfuckers shit be banging. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So either you don't listen to his music or you're like, oh, shit. So for them now, they're like, oh, he's that responsible. Like, I hate it even more because he's probably one of the biggest black creatives that there is. Like, this dude is on his way to a billionaire status, and for y'all to tear him down, that's like tearing down. Like, it's almost like the Drake version of just this is all natural without the machine pushing him. This motherfucker is a beast, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people trying to tear him down. Oh yeah, he should be canceled. Like, canceled for what? He threw a fucking show. So it ain't like he did it intentional.
The whole cancel shit.
Yeah, it ain't like he did it intentional. He's not responsible. Yeah.
Motherfuckers go to a concert and die. Shit happens, bro.
People die at these festivals all the time. That's what people don't realize. The man is just so big that he's able to throw his own festival. Not many people could do that. You know what I'm saying? There's very few artists that could command the crowd as big as Travis Scott.
How many people died at the Fire Festival?
Which Fire Festival?
Nigga, Ja Rule shit.
Oh, I don't know if anyone died at that one. Remember that one didn't really partake, but we don't usually hear the numbers when people die of overdoses. It's quiet. People don't usually get trampled. People might die. Like they said Rock Nation has almost 200 deaths under their belt, which is fine. And when you're the biggest, when you're throwing a concert every night of the week.
It's not
Rock Nation, Live Nation. When you're throwing a concert, literally, when you're throwing multiple concerts a night a week, almost every day of the week, 200 is light. You know what I'm saying? Because different people are going there for different stuff. People are taking drugs a lot of time. It ain't like it's for shootouts.
We had EDC here in Orlando this past weekend, and I guarantee you there's at least 100 deaths.
Yeah, motherfuckers partying too much.
Because the hospitals be fucking jam-packed when it's EDC weekend.
Exactly. So it's crazy for them to try to put it out on them. I was like, bro, this dude ain't doing nothing but rocking out. I hate that all these celebrities now are trying to act like, oh, so down, is the show going good? That's why I got to command Little Uzi Vert. Little Uzi Vert said, look, I don't take no breaks. So if you're not feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and leave. If not, then stay. Just like that. Like, nigga, we rock out on this bitch. And I like, what do you want him to say? It's like when there was a clip where Travis said, hey, man, y'all know what the fuck y'all came here for. He's not lying. His people know what they came here for. Some of y'all ain't signed up for this. Y'all need to go ahead and leave. But we throwing mosh pits over here. We wilding. Some people are taking drugs. Some people are quote that. This is some people's scene. That doesn't make him evil. This is some people. He's not telling you to party till you die, but these motherfuckers came to party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
yeah, I've seen one of the posts where they're accusing him, saying that he seen like somebody passed out, but he kept on going.
He's supposed to.
That's not true, because when he actually did spot someone that passed out and stopped the show and was like guiding security to that person.
Yeah, but can't.
They don't show that part
but he can't stop every time he sees someone pass out. He would be stopping his whole show. Motherfuckers falling out every second of his show. You know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy. You're like, what the fuck? I ain't paid for this to be a pause, sis. You Nigga, the show must go on. That's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's music. The show must go on.
Hip hop. That's
just music in general. The show must go on.
Especially rock and roll is even worse.
Oh, yeah.
They will not stop.
Yeah,
because you're not about to break that rhythm.
Exactly. And then I think people look at him like he's especially evil. They're like, I seen like Dr. Boy Swakin do a horrible take. Is hip hop getting too far with it? They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, one, this dude's not
dude,
I was like, one, this is not a traditional hip hop artist because hip hop don't do mosh pits. That's one. He's like a rock star crossed over in that sense. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this is traditional. There could have been 100 hip hop festivals and you wouldn't have a mosh pit. They don't really do that. Only certain artists in hip hop even command mosh pits. I think DMX done them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Tech Nine. There's certain, but most don't. Most hip hoppers ain't doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you got a sea of white folks, you know, there's just they came to parties with it, and I don't see y'all being mad at all these other festivals and people is going out there wilding and folks are getting trampled. The shit is it gets crazy.
It's just harder. You already know it's harder on black people. So.
But my thing is the fact that it's black folks. A lot of them going out being more talking about it's satanic. This that. And I'm like, give me a break, bro. Y'all just don't see the work this dude put in. And, they don't like it more because, last time Travis Scott spoke up, he was a little on his All Lives Matter shit. We hit him with that shut the fuck up. And ever since then, he don't do no interviews. No, he don't speak on nothing political. So he just gets his bag. Get lots of fanfare. People love him. So, when you don't speak for yourself, people like to speak for you in that sense. So people are like, oh, no, what does he do? This, that, and that. They're like, man, this dude's He's a massive businessman. That's what he does. This motherfucker was making $10 million off the fucking Jordan deal, off his shoe deal. Made another $20 million off of Fortnite in like an hour or two.
Yeah, and Nike postponed one of his shoe releases that was supposed to come out. I think they were supposed to come out like in this week or like next week, but Nike postponed that. And them shit sell out quick. I don't even think. Do I have any Travis Scott shoes here?
Yeah,
I do. I got one.
It's crazy. The only thing I could think he could do now is maybe
Travis Scott is Cactus Jack, right?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh shit, you can resell that bad boy right now.
No.
Motherfucker's worth gonna be worth even more. So man's a fucking massive brand. He's big. It could happen to any other artist if they were rock stars as big as him. That's all. If Drake would have said a mosh pit, you'd have had fanfares going that crazy, but Drake just don't do that type of music. But the shit is crazy. But like I said, the techno and EDM scene, that shit happens all the time.
Yeah, motherfuckers just gotta find something to complain about. But last week we missed something. Some ATL had texted me that we just skipped over this whole Joe Budden saying he's bi.
Yeah, I remember that one.
But I think
it was taken out of context.
Exactly. That's what I told her. That's exactly what I told her. I said context matters.
Yeah,
and I was like, he's just saying that because he's seeing that gay people get away with anything and they can do anything.
Pretty much.
So that's why he was just like, okay, I'm bi.
Yeah, he said, get the word out. I'm bi now. I like men. That's what he said because he was using it in the context because there was the president of a gay organization, but they made it seem like the president of the gays and people were like, gay folks got presidents now?
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
It's just hilarious. And he said that he kind of gave the baby's done what he's needed. They forgave the baby. And he was like, oh, y'all forget the baby? He's like, well, let him know I'm bi. They're like, go get the word out that I'm bi. And it was kind of a joke that way. And
motherfuckers just want to run this shit, man.
Yeah, as you could, you know what I'm saying?
That's like the organization, the president of the gay organization. Like, what the fuck is a gay organization? So it's hilarious how they just make some shit up. I don't even know what is a gay organization. Like, well, who's the leader of the gays? Someone let us know.
I don't know.
Who's the leader? Who's the president of the gays?
All I know is
apparently there's an organization that gets to forgive people and uncancel people.
Okay, when it goes to the gay hierarchy, from the outside looking
Never
in,
say this, man.
it looked like the gay men rule everything. They let the black women do all the shot calling, all the check the temperature, set the threads, do the front line.
Mm-hmm.
But it's usually the gay men that, you know, hey, if there's any money wise, it comes through us.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If there's any absolution we're allowed to go through, it comes through us. The gay black men, them niggas got no rank.
They're the bottoms.
They're the bottoms. Yeah, they got they got no power. You know what I'm saying? Unless they could get gay black women getting. Gay black men can't do anything on their own. They can't be, we canceling them. They're like, shut the fuck up. If they don't got gay black women or regular women to go with them, then there's them to be the moves.
I don't even think people listen to the gay black women.
Oh, the gay black women, they be organization leaders and shit like that. They'll put them in as the front face. That's what I'm saying. Just like Black Lives Matter, shit like that.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Do people really listen to lesbians?
The black lesbians, the motherfuckers be, you know, they super smart.
They're like advertised. They use them as
they advertise. They
use them as the face.
all the time.
Yeah.
It's the butch.
It's just like
It's
the
the
Popeye
butch they
CEO.
like. It's
It's
the bushy ones they.
It's the bushy black ones. Yeah, it's
but
not.
it's not like the regular lesbian that still a girly girl lesbian.
Nah. They only
It has to be the masculine one.
Here's the issue. That's another issue with gay politics and black thing. They only show two spectrums. They show the wild, fluid black guy, and they only show the butchy black girl. Even though there's a spectrum of gayness all around. There's regular straight acting gay guy.
We got the podcast episode title.
Which one?
Gay Spectrum.
Gay spectrum. Yeah. But there's that, and just like the girls, but which ones do we only see? We only see the butch.
We only see,
We only see the wild, and we only see the
you
flamboyant.
say the flamboyant gay one. You don't see the regular, what they would call trade,
Yep.
and you don't see the girly lesbians. Because everybody like the girly lesbians. It's these butches. These people
They
don't
only
like.
show the two that hate black men. That's the two. Hey, whichever y'all like hate the black men the most, y'all the representatives. And it's usually the very flamboyant one, and it's usually the butch girls. And those are the only two that they ever show. And that it's kind of
crazy.
It's kind of crazy. I'm like, where's all the other gays? I know there's plenty of other gays out there, but they get no kind of showtime. When it comes to white, you get a whole slew of.
It's like old albinos.
Oh, you don't see any?
You don't see no old albinos over the age of what, 20?
You see them when th're younger than you don't see them when they get older. I remember when I used to go to school, I never seen young Jews. I used to wonder what. Then I realized they don't go to school with us.
Yeah,
I like these motherfuckers just pop up like turtles. How do you just see adults with the little yarmulke thing on their head or the little thing? But I found that they don't go to school with us.
can't hang out with you peasants.
Hey, that's one of the greatest things that Jewish people do, man. You gotta teach your own, install your own
That's
views
what
in
Malcolm
your,
said. You
on your
can't
kid.
you can't let the what's the name teach your children.
That's one of black folks' worst things is the fact that we're in a public school system, which makes sense because we pay into the public school system. But now we have to, hey, you can't teach CRT. You got to do that. We got to keep showing motherfuckers that oppress you in a positive light. Not like there's nothing wrong with positive, but we can't show
You know
any
what
of the bad
CRT
shit they do.
No.
No, it's critical race theory.
What is it?
It's a college course.
Because they've been throwing the
term?
acronym since last week, and I knew your ass didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, it's a college course that kind of examines what all these race stuff has done to black people, all these policies and all this shit like that. High level shit that you only learn in college if you take it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to be woke, but they never taught it in schools, elementary schools, everything over.
The shit is it's really not race critical theory. It's called fucking what America done to black people. That's what it should be called. There shouldn't be no damn title. They're just literally spotlighting the shit that America and the government has done, laws they have passed that affect black people
Exactly.
until this day. So it's not There's nothing critical about it.
Yeah, so
It's just what the hell these people did to us.
It's more. Yeah,
But the thing is, this is a course that you can take, just like any African American studies. It's a course you can take voluntarily in college. You know what I'm saying? Which it should be mandatory.
It's not even that, because if you take any black course in college,
it's voluntary.
You can call it race. Whatever. What is the CRT?
Critical race theory. Yeah,
you can call it that because in that class you're gonna discuss that shit.
Yeah,
because you have to discuss it.
See, what happens is a lot of white kids go to college, and that's when, this is why a lot of white folks get mad. They said, I send my kids off to college, they come back, these flaming liberals with all these crazy views. I didn't train my kid to be like that. But that's because in college is the first time they're now being introduced to what this shit was happening. Had y'all put this shit in the regular school stuff from the get-go,
right,
they would have probably been say, okay, I learned about it, now we're over. But when they're in college and they're making an informed decision, like, hold on, what? This whole time you telling me I got myself by my bootstrap. But come to find out, even if I did raise myself by my bootstrap, y'all didn't tell me y'all taking the boots off of this guy, making this guy couldn't play ball, y'all didn't mention none of that when y'all bringing America up. And at college, I learned this, and you were like, oh, now you go back to dad. That's talking about dad might say some watch it. Oh, the blacks. They always saying, you're like, well, actually, dad, I hope you know this, that, and the third. And he's like, oh, what the fuck this college did to my kid?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so, I'm not paying all this money for you to be thinking like this, but motherfuckers are. Saying people don't like to hear that they're not special, man. You know what I'm saying? People don't like to hear that they're not special, or that they got a one up.
Right, they got a handout.
Or they got a handout or a jump up, you know what I'm saying?
The system was built for you to strive and be successful.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't like to hear that. And that was one thing I give the Republicans props for. They made it seem like that shit was being taught in elementary school and middle school, and they campaigned behind it and made a lot of Democrats lose seats off that shit.
I mean, damn, how much more can you learn about it, really? Like, I'm learning about this shit every day, like about what the government have done. Like,
exactly.
Social media, like
isn't it a shame you're learning it in social media?
Yeah, I'm learning more from social media than I learned in school.
Yeah, that's by design.
You flip your head, like in such and such time, the government did that. I watched some documentaries on it, and hell, I've had my own experiences. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy, man. How the hell did we even get on critical race?
CRT, I guess.
CRT and shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
What were we speaking on? How do we even get on this part?
About the gays and how like they don't have the same rights.
But how did we even get on the gay spectrum?
Black gay men have no power versus black.
How did we even? Because we're still in hip hop, so I'm wondering how the fuck did we straighten this out?
Something about
shit.
The baby somehow.
Yeah. How he was forgiven by the gays.
Oh, you're talking about Joe Biden. There we go. See how now we're breaking it back. We come back full circle. Yeah. So yeah, Joe Biden was just trying to ride the wave.
Joe Biden,
yeah. What else do we have in hip hop? Your boy went wild this past week. Your boy.
Speaking of the baby.
Yeah, the baby. Him and his girl. What's her name?
Hey, it's not his girl.
Oh, it's
clarified. His side bitch. His certified side bitch.
I was also watching.
She's not just a regular. She's certified.
Academic. He said she can't be a side because he never had a main. He just had other bitches and baby mamas.
Listen, I seen this and I like the baby's wilding, bro. Even if she's your side, you don't call her the side. Definitely not while recording, bro.
Not in front of her?
Not even in front. She knows what position. You can be like, at the very least, you be like, bro, you know I have a wife. You don't even tell the side you're the side. You just like, come on, you know I got a wife. I ain't never gonna leave my wife for you. You ain't gotta. You just gotta. You leave it up to her to do the math.
He doesn't have neither of those.
I don't know.
I'm just giving you an example.
I haven't lived those experiences.
But he doesn't have any neither of those. He doesn't have a wife or
his first baby mama.
Or main. Yeah,
that's originally that was his original. What's name?
But they're not together.
Y'all know the game.
But they're not together.
If you fucking a lot of bitches, they're all your side bitches.
Listen, but all your side bitches. At the very least, you can't call none of them side.
You don't tell the other one about them. If you don't tell the other ones about them, that's one of your side bitches.
Listen,
but at the very least, you can't have no side without a main.
All of them your main, and all of them your side at the same time. So you're not gonna tell the other ones about the other ones.
The one you out in public kissing and loving is definitely
that's usually your main.
And he was out kissing and loving on her. So for him to flip the script and talk about, girl, you know you my side bitch, you've been there. Like, how? How is she supposed to know that? Hey, we ain't know that.
There's demotions. Demotion. She was the main.
Listen,
Demoted.
Demoted. Now she the side bitch. And he made her aware of that. She was aware of that. Apparently, her family was aware of that.
listen, black women, since y'all so responsible for canceling niggas off of wild shit, this is cancelable behavior.
No, it's not.
Oh, this
Nah.
is mad. This
Nah.
girl
You know why?
is 3 months old, pregnant, back home, 3 months old with a baby at your crib, and you tell her, you gotta go. You giving the girl the boot with the baby there.
Yeah, with the baby.
That shit is fucking
right there.
wild, bro.
Yeah, that
This
was
is
kinda
this is
wild.
what
That
you
was
guys.
wild, yeah.
This is the bullshit you guys are missing.
What?
He didn't say, "Hey, you and the baby got to get the hell up out
Yeah,
this
he just
house."
tell her to
Just
He
get
told her you gotta go.
Oh,
'Cause
Kylie.
there's
Who takes care of this three-month-old baby? He told her, you gotta go.
nigga, I take care of it anyway.
Listen, financially, but he knows
Exactly.
He ain't got no.
She's not breastfeeding.
I mean, she
She
could
still
be.
gotta
I
feed
know
her.
3 months.
she
She
wasn't
gotta
breastfeeding.
feed
But she wasn't in the
When
video.
she wasn't breastfeeding. In the
Yeah,
video.
she wasn't in the video. I'm saying, but she could
She was
very well.
giving the
breastfeed,
baby
but
a
she-
bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you giving the baby a bottle, it's because you're not breastfeeding.
not all the time.
Most
It
majority
could
of
be
the
your
time.
own milk
I
in
bet
the
she-
bottle as
it's-
well.
That's
She
it.
got fake titties.
What does that mean? You can still breastfeed as
Nah,
long as the
but-
nipple's intact. You can still breastfeed. As long as
Listen,
the-
they usually have to cut around the nipple and all that shit to put your implants and all this bullshit.
Oh wow.
When you have
they do
So-
like a circular cut, but the veins still
Yeah.
there. I'm not sure if that means you can't breastfeed anymore.
most,
it might be.
Even
you might
when
be
you
right.
Yeah,
pierce
that's a
even when
risk.
you
I don't
get
think
your
you don't do that,
when the
yeah.
women get their nipples pierced,
it affects
they have,
breastfeeding.
it affects breastfeeding. So
You might be right. You
She,
might be right.
I'm
not sure.
pretty sure she got her nipples pierced and the boob job. The bitch ain't breastfeeding, so we don't really need you here. You served your purpose. You carried the baby. You served your purpose. We don't really need
Listen,
you here.
here's some stuff that he said was true. You're like, this is I'm trying to trap a nigga shit. Which he was kind of right, because when he broke up with her after she made that light skin, that's what I want, which is a fucking bop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The shit was fucked up at first, but yeah, that been right.
You know why
That
you're
shit-
not gonna have black women come to her defense?
It's because of that.
that, yeah.
It's
Because of that. And when she said, he's with me because I'm gonna give him light skinned babies. Remember that part?
Yeah, which was, I don't know if that was the case. Which either way,
She's a mulatto or
she
something.
is a mulatto.
She's
She is
Dominican.
she's Dominican. Yeah. Which she was violating on, so black women ain't coming to her part for that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he shitted on her. He shitted on his original baby mama to begin with, to be with her. But now he's over here talking about, you a certified side bitch. Your family knows you're certified. Like there's levels
crazy,
to the
man.
when you disrespect someone. You know what I'm saying? There's that alone. Not the fact that she's the mother of your child. You go on live, you calling her a certified side bitch. Talking about her family knows she's a certified side. That shit is, you're insulting her. You're insulting her family. It just levels, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro,
That's
you
the
could have
thing.
just been recording so she don't hit you. But I just need you to
But
leave.
this is the thing. Like, she's been physically abusive to him.
This is true. That's
And
what I'm saying.
and he's not allowed to physically hit her
This
back.
is very true. Just
So,
record.
nigga, you have to nigga. What's the ultimate disrespect?
He does have to
Word.
record. I'll
Hitting
say, yeah.
somebody. No,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
ain't
oh,
worse.
yeah.
Hitting somebody,
Not
spitting
just
on
saying he had to
somebody.
record. Yeah.
You definitely had to record.
So there's a limit to what he can do that she's
Yeah.
already done to him.
Yeah.
this is
When
correct.
she physically abused them.
Which is, I do not tolerate. Yeah. Keep your hands to
Exactly. So
yourself, yeah.
there's a limit to what I can do. And these words is what I can do
Which is
without going to jail.
Well, this is true. These
So
words.
you got to
they
get
cut
these
deep.
words.
You just
But I
let
can't
him fly.
be on live being caught using these words. Those weren't live words. These should be. This is behind closed doors. When she's telling people what he said, I'm like, you know that bitch lying. You know what I'm saying? I can't be recorded saying shit like this. Now you look like the ultimate supervillain, bro. That shit is wild.
But you can tell when the police was there how she was interacting with the police that she's a fucking problem.
She's a problem. I'll give you that.
And,
Because she was
and
heated.
you got to get the fuck out of my
She
shit.
wanted to swing on him when he said, you already know you're my side bitch. You're like, what? And she kind of like knocked the phone off his hand. And like, And then he called her brother, tell her what. I'm like, brothers, there's a.
The brother talking about he want to fade. I'm like, get your shit.
Yeah, oh no, now her brother wants a fade. Like, what? And he talking about all you fake ass gangsters on. I like, this guy who got 2 bodies under him, that's a fake gangster. This is the dude you want to fade with? You think he gonna fight you?
Yeah, nigga ain't fight.
You think he gonna fight you?
And we know the baby got some hands.
Exactly.
We seen Buddy in the mall.
Exactly.
So we know he can at least use his hands if he want to. But what's the point?
Yeah, don't try to avenge
Nigga,
your sister.
I got I'm getting my shows back. They not canceling me no more.
Yeah.
I got to go to work tomorrow. I might just have to shoot you and go to work tomorrow. None of that.
Yeah,
I'm about to fight you.
I'm like, you can't avenge your sister on here. He tried her. He did try. This is the point where he tried it to the point where the family could no longer.
So
accept
she a
him back.
musician?
Yeah, she's a
She's
a
an
singer
artist, yeah.
and she's a dancer as well. She was a very popular dancer, and she's like an inspiring musician.
Okay.
But he did it, man. To me, I was like, there's that. What's that called? That secondhand embarrassment. I felt embarrassed for her, bro. I was like, you got her on the live like this. She's talking about you, my side bitch. It's like, what? You just came at me yesterday. That's not a good argument, man. Sure, he just came in yesterday, but he's like one bad decision.
I think it was.
Fuck up another.
I think she tried to say he's mad because she ordered Plan B.
Yeah, that's just what the story is. Like she ordered Plan B, sent up to the room, and he got mad. I don't know if like you on some trying me shit or, which is wild. But academics did make a great point. You're like, when I ask these rich rappers why y'all nutting these rich, you're like, shit. I get broke bitches pregnant all the time. Why do I look like not nutting the rich bitches? Like it's sound logic. If you know they're not gonna chase you down for child support or anything like that, then why not? You know what I'm saying?
But those aren't rich bitches that they're getting pregnant.
Even if they're industry, they're not. You don't have Sierra chasing down Future for cash. She was chasing them down.
When she didn't have a husband, she was
not for cash. It was more so for he wanted visitation rights, and she was trying to like keep him away from him. It's a different thing than cash. She got money. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So these rich bitches, you ain't got to worry about that. If anything, you have to worry about them not letting you see your kid. That's all. So I guess they look at it like that way.
That shit ain't even better. Like keeping a kid away from their father.
It's not better, but for the guy's aspect, you like, nigga, this ain't gonna hurt me money wise. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, you see the difference between one of Future's baby mamas, which is Sierra, and then you got Eliza raining this nigga down the court, auditing his paperwork, his show money.
Broke bitches.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a difference. When there's different tiers, there's one that's you could nut and not even worry about. You know what I'm saying? When Travis Scott got his baby mama pregnant, they broke up, he went about doing his day. She ain't call him, he ain't call her. They were good to go. She's a billionaire. He's getting his bread.
Who's his baby mama?
Kylie Jenner.
They're not together?
I guess they're together again because she's pregnant again for the second kid. But they go off and on. You know what I'm saying? He don't mind. You know what I'm saying? They don't stress each other. That's
the money's there.
Yeah, the money's there. That's it. So it's I could see that aspect, but
but the baby is not in that situation where she won't be asking for money. That bitch don't even have a house.
I don't know. Maybe she don't have a house. Maybe she was renting before that.
She don't have a house.
So where was she living before that then?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is LA. You probably rent. But now she's been living with him since she gave birth. You know what I'm saying? For the last 3 months. He probably been living with him. And he's beyond tour. She stays at the house.
Well, not that long, but like...
How long do your job give you what's name? Maternity leave.
That's it. Listen, man. My thing is...
The baby granted her maternity leave. She allowed to stay here for that time. Then baby, you gotta go.
His issue is he's over here saying he don't like her trying to interfere with his other baby mamas, stalking him, this, that, and the third. So she gotta go. I'm like, that's not a real good reason, my boy.
Yeah, it is.
Not for you to tell him to get out.
Now, if your kids live with you and you have your other baby mamas coming through and what's name and she causing a problem in the house with your other baby mamas.
Yeah, since he had his first baby mama.
The one that's causing the problem gotta go. Everybody else chilling.
He had his first baby mama.
You causing the problem.
And then he was with her, and then he left her. He had left his first baby mama for her, and then he went back to his other baby mama, got her pregnant, but she was still pregnant at the same time. Yeah. She's like, nigga, nah. She's like, he's gonna come back regardless. He's still pregnant. And I do feel like she tried to trap. She didn't think if he left me for the last one, this was her bad decision. Ultimately, this was her making. Because you see how he did his first baby mama. This was her poor choices. And she's like, I got this nigga on the come up. He's all kissing and loving me in public. And this, that, and the third. And she gonna go have a fucking kid by him, which she did. And she thought shit was gonna be sweet, but shit ain't sweet. He gonna have a kid by you. He's gonna take care of his kid. That's a given. He said he does that.
That's the thing.
But that's all it is. Don't try to. He ain't trying to wife you.
That's the thing. They try to use the baby at the THE like the child. We're gonna have to say the child because we don't want to say it's confusing. Yeah. They try to use the child as leverage.
That's what this girl did, not his first baby mama.
I know I'm talking about this girl. Like, when the nigga got money, you can't use the kid as leverage.
Yeah.
because
He's you should already see what he does with money. Look what he did to his first baby mama.
Because he don't, like I said, you're not breastfeeding, bitch. We don't need you. We can take care of this kid on our own. We could hire nannies. We could raise this kid greatly without you being here. You can go.
Here's the thing, though. There's also a peace of mind knowing that your kid is in good hands at all times.
Yeah, that's why.
So a good mother does. There's a reason for a good mother, even if you're not with her.
What if you have a trusted nanny, nigga?
There's a trusted nanny, but nothing beats your kid being with their parent, their mom. You know what I'm saying? You want your kid to know there's two people in their lives, mom and dad. If she's not with me, it's with mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? You don't.
Yeah,
hired help is fine, but
nothing's gonna care like the mom. Yeah,
no one's gonna care like the parents do.
Yeah,
grandparents do.
Yeah, but that's true. That is very true. That's the lineage.
I'm filthy rich. My parents don't have to work.
But
I can give these kids to my parents, and my parents will gladly,
which is what Future does.
Accept these,
which is what Future does.
Millions of dollars a year to raise these kids.
What Future does, and Sierra wasn't going for it. She's like, don't ask for these days. Each time I drop them to you, it's going off to your mom's house. She's like, you don't need the days. I had the baby with you. I only owe custody to you, not to your mom. That's why she was cutting down the days. But that's like either you're gonna stop getting these tour dates and do for your kids, or leave me here.
Yeah, that's spiteful shit. I think
it is somewhat spiteful,
because I still, even if I have custody, I still want the kid to be around my family and know my family.
Yeah,
that's true.
You taking the kid and saying okay, because he's gonna be with his grandmother, is you being a bitch.
There was part of that. I'll give it for sure, because when they broke up, it was Ed got kind of ugly as that a third. It's the same way he got mad when Russell Wilson came in and he was buying his. I like when both of them, if both parties use logic, Russell Wilson was not a threat to his kid. This dude's a great dad to his son, buys and stuff. But at first, Future was mad at him, calling the guy lame. I'm like, this nigga here, your son probably got NFL prospects now. In his, he went from possibly
be a rapper
being a second-tier rapper to there are second-generation athletes. There's not too many second-generation rappers, musicians. Not successful, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of, now that we've seen athletes, there's plenty. And then you got a fucking quarterback at that. He ain't going to change your whole kid's whole trajectory in life, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You should think him, yeah.
The Russell Wilson thing is kind of crazy that you have that. And of all the other fucking athletes she could have ended with, she ended up with, you know what I'm saying, wholesome, good dude, Russell Wilson. So shit could have been a lot worse.
She got lucky, yeah.
She got a,
you know what I'm saying? She hit him with that Sierra prayer.
She got it, yeah. She hit him with the prayer and God sent her that simp she was looking for.
I'm not gonna say he's a simp. I'm not gonna say he's a simp. He's just a good dude. People try to put
I wouldn't say that,
the simp cap on him. Like,
I'm just telling you what the world calls him.
They do call him that, which I don't understand.
That's BS.
I don't make the rules. I just follow.
You just follow that thing. You ain't trying to change it.
But what makes him a simp? That don't make sense.
They just like that title because it's another kid.
Because like they're married. It's not like he's just like, no, it's a side nigga.
It's not.
Exactly.
It was the.
What?
I guess it was the you being a stepdaddy, nigga.
I mean, there are stepdads. I mean, it's not like we never had stepdads in the community.
But that is what they call it out there. That's what they call it. But to me, it doesn't make any sense.
So then we can't have nothing good.
Black folks. Black folks
can't have nothing good. You got to fuck up everything.
You got to do it right the first time. That's all the world is saying. Do it right the first time.
But you can't. It is kind of fucked up because after a certain age, because like your boy, what's his name?
Boyce Watkins?
Not Boyce Watkins, man. Poppin', man, your boy online that's be checking these girls.
Samuels?
Yeah, Kevin Samuels. There's only a limited amount of men that's having all the kids.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think it's 40%.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's less than that. 15, 16%.
So if everyone else that didn't catch them later, the good guys that might catch them online, they're going to have to be cool with being stepdads. Because only X amount of the guys are. It is messed up like that. There's
not true. You know why it's not true?
Why?
Because just don't date women your age. Like,
go younger, you mean?
Like
But even the young girls now.
I understand that, but there's more likely chance of me finding someone 7 years younger than me without a kid than finding someone my age with a kid without a kid.
This is very true.
It's because like
it's not gonna be the same, bro.
As you get older,
but you're talking about you're in your mid-30s going 40.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to go down to like 20, less than 25.
Go to your 27s.
Nah, the 27s are like they're the baby mamas.
Yeah, about 25. After 25,
about 25, yeah, they baby mamas, bro.
You see, yeah.
You gotta go lower than 25.
It's a balancing act because as you go younger,
just go younger, bro.
You might fuck up your life.
Even with that,
that youngness,
even with that, there's that stigma too. Like they look at you as
who gives a shit?
I don't give a damn about no stigma. I look at it as like it's like riding a Bronco. That nigga, he's old, he got some money, but can you handle this ride, nigga? Because she might say like she might take you for everything. You think your pimping is your game level is up to this age range, this range. You ain't ready for this new model. This new model
You just gotta,
and she might come through and mess up the whole bag, everything you work for, everything might come through. That youngerness, you think you could,
Nah, these youngers, they're really not that.
Man,
savvy.
Not that savvy. An old guy loses his wealth every day to a young bitch. It's all the fucking time. That was the time a guy loses money. How does he lose it?
I would say not to a young. I guess like when like after they've been together for a while, when she get like to like over 30, 40s, then that's when
but
use it. But while it's so young at 20, 25, not really.
It's not not why he's so young. He's older. He's saying date younger.
Yeah,
I'm saying the older guy loses his money two ways. He's cheating on his main girl that's his age.
If you don't find someone if you don't start dating someone and stay with that person while you're in high school, college, you have no other choice but to date younger for it to make sense. You can't be 35 looking for somebody that's 35. The shit ain't gonna work.
But the shit is fucked up now because like at high school and college, they're looking for the older guys. They're expecting the guys.
That's why I said if you don't find them, then you have to date younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even the younger right now,
the older guys. So you're gonna be the older guy then.
Yeah, but you gotta understand the what you call that, the delusion that's going on. The girls in college and high school right now, they're expecting the younger guys to already have like everything established.
Only but a few have that. So let's say when it's at the 40% now is making the kids, it might be only
16%.
It might drop down to 10% now because if they're going after the bag, only but so many are getting the bag.
Definitely not 10%. You know it's going to go to like not even 1%.
Yeah, let's say that. Or if it's higher, it's these niggas are only getting it seasonally.
Just make sure you part of that 10%. That's repopulating the world. You have a duty out here, fellas.
But you got that 10%. You got to be that pookie. So
listen, not only that, you have. Like you're saying, Alana sent you the thing last week. She sent me a video about these guys that are having kids that aren't getting married, and I'm like, there's a lot of these. What do they call them? They're involuntary celibates.
That's incels.
Incels, yeah. There's a lot of guys out here talking about, I don't see the benefits of getting married. I don't see the benefits of having kids. I'm like, what? And they're like 40. I'm like, these guys. And the guy said in the video that, he wasn't getting girls when he was younger. He didn't have a lot of male role models, so he didn't get game young to not to speak to these girls. And if
nigga, you just ain't getting no pussy. Fuck you talking about?
It's such an odd thing to do. It's kind of crazy. Like these guys that talk about, I don't know about no old men just riding off into the sunset. Dog. That shit, it looks odd. You ain't got a family. Seeing an old lady makes sense because I assume maybe her husband died, her kids went off. But just seeing an old man live by himself as he gets old and no one there to provide for no one. But you got a lot of these old women. I'd be like, this nigga's a creepo or something. What's going on there? What's going on?
But it's happening to a lot of these women too.
Yeah, but I'm used to single women because.
No, like I'm talking about no husband, no kids at all.
Oh yeah. That's not normal behavior. It's not normal behavior.
It's feminist shit.
Yeah, it's not normal behavior.
It's go through life and die alone.
It's what people don't realize is
they're gonna get a cat. Name him Max.
That's it. Listen, there's a downside to this.
Is that Atlanta's cat name?
No, that's my cat. Atlanta's cat. I know her cat's is.
Shout out to Atlanta for sending us some topics to talk about.
Yeah, there's a downside to every culture that doesn't practice reproduction. You know what I'm saying? Like Japan, their issue is their population's getting old and they're not trying to have any kids. China's issue is there's more guys than there's girls, which is why they're forced to go to Africa, colonize other places, because they know if your people are not having kids, you're going to be tucked over. Yeah. Your society is going to run out. There is no society, as much as these women like to pretend like, we don't need no men, there's no society in the world that's run by just all women.
Fuck no.
And China's tried with the majority men, and even that doesn't fail. And there's a balancing act. This is like the ecosystem. You take one predator out, the shit, you know what I'm saying? The Everglades might get super wild when you take one thing out. It's a balancing act. We need each other. This whole
beef, men versus women, like,
yeah, it's detrimental to society.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why men and women can't cooperate with each other.
Someone online posted a good post yesterday. He was like, all these girls talking about they got 2-3 boyfriends now. Right? Now they like men. How they all have 2-3 boyfriends and there's more girls than men? And someone said these girls all fucking the same guys.
Cookies, yeah.
It's the same guy. Getting all that.
The same 15%.
Yeah, the same nigga getting all that. He don't mind. He like, yeah, nigga, I'm a side bitch.
I was talking
the same, the baby, the same.
I was talking to my
boy,
wife
the same
other
future,
day,
the same.
and we were talking about how someone said that monogamy is
dead,
is the killer of love.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, he might have a point there, because there are more women in the world than men.
For men, it works like that. That pattern does not work for women. Because, like, how could it be?
And I was like, yeah, that's why God made this world like it is. Men are supposed to go out and impregnate multiple women. And I was like, but we civilize society so much where we look at it as a moral. At the Western society looks at it as morally wrong to have more than one woman. Mm-hmm. But in other cultures, they are like nature.
Like nature. Only the strongest, the most worthy, that has the most resources can repopulate.
Exactly.
The weaklings get none at all, in fact. They don't even get they die off because they don't even get to have a kid.
So, and then what?
In the US right now, I forget weakling. I mean, if you're in the top 10%.
Well, it's getting super wild.
That's
the middle class don't even get it.
That's for people that couldn't cooperate. That's for people that wasn't able to date when they were younger.
Yeah.
People that were able to find a girlfriend, wife, or something at an earlier age, they don't have this problem with this whole 10% this and 10% that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make it to the 10%, you already got your wife, you already got this, and you already got that.
Exactly.
But these guys that wait till they're in their 30s and couldn't find a girl throughout college, couldn't find a girl the first few years after college, now, nigga, you got to go out and be that 10%, because that's what these girls want now. So you better find them while they're young, while you're young, and make that shit work. Or you just have to date younger. That's what these guys are understanding. You don't have to be a stepdad. Just date somebody younger with no kids. Find you a nice little 19-year-old, knock ass up. Start your family and call it a day. But all this other bullshit, niggas, and it's a bunch of incels for real.
There's a lot.
It's a bunch of incels
right
that be on that would like try to back. That'll say they back Kevin Samuels up. They're not really backing him up because they think what's name. It's just these niggas can't get no pussy.
That's the downside. I don't like the Kevin Samuels. Like, he has so many incels around them that I was like,
he might be trying to do something.
I don't want to be associated with liking him because there's too much whimpery around over there. I don't want to be even in that crowd with them niggas over there. There's plenty of guys that are that.
But when you see the niggas that can't get no bitches, ain't never got no bitches,
you're like,
and they're the ones that's the loudest. They're the loudest because they can't get no bitches. It's not because they had a woman and the woman left. It's these guys are the ones. These are the guys that are gonna die alone.
But this is only in their respective fields. They don't have to die alone. They're looking at the world small. Yeah. The world is huge.
No,
if you can't get them in your own backyard, this is where you're in America. Your dollar is strong.
And they're probably broke too.
Your dollar is strong. Yeah. You're only broke in America.
Yeah.
Go across the sea. You a king.
Okay, you go across the sea with what though?
With American bucks.
Then how you gonna continue getting American bucks when you're overseas?
Oh, I'm just saying you might have to have your little long distance thing for the time then. But you the man.
You have to bring her back.
You don't have to even bring her back. Yeah, you could be the man.
It's not reasonable. There's no way if you can't do that. Okay, if you could do that, that means because you're the top 10% of the people here, And these people don't have a problem.
It's
You
not
don't need that.
necessarily.
I mean, if you're making 50,000, you bought your crib. Especially now you sell it.
You telling me you
because not
you
all
making,
incels. There's incels that make money.
I
They just have
understand that.
those skills to talk to the girls.
Those don't have the problem going across seas and getting money.
Yeah.
But niggas making 40, 50,000, they can't just get up and leave America and go over there
I'm
and
not
get a
talking
wife.
about go there for good. I'm talking about you go there.
You could go there and get some
vacation.
pussy.
Yeah, it might get your girlfriend.
But you can do that shit
you're
in
gonna have to send her
America.
cam. America might be too costly for you. When your money's times 8, times 15, you got buying power. The dollar is strong.
But what are you
Get
doing?
you something foreign. You're buying love at that point, but it's all purchase anyways. At the end of the day, right?
Get you something for it.
Get you something foreign. Hop on, you know what I'm saying? Take a flight. Go to the islands. Look at that. You got the island. You got all the pick an
Listen,
island.
these guys don't have that luxury. What y'all talking about?
It's
Shit y'all
wild to
talking
me.
about. They don't have that luxury where they can
If you
just
make
get
it
up
to
and
40,
go.
you ain't got that, then
Yeah,
you
it's
probably deserve it. Then
if you can't take a vacation.
like you can't have both struggles, man.
Half of these
you
niggas don't
either
even have
got money or you
passports.
got or both.
You gotta get something. Yeah, you
gotta
can't
get
have no
something,
girlfriend and have no money and have no.
Yeah.
What were you doing if you didn't have no girlfriend? You should
For
have.
real.
You should have money. How you don't have both?
You don't see broke niggas without women?
Nah, broke niggas be getting girls.
Yeah.
Niggas got time.
The broke niggas got
there's
girls,
broke niggas without women.
That's a hell of a. You failed at life. I don't know how you
Yeah.
pulled that off. Because there's no reason. When you ain't got no time for the women, that gives you. You should be almost steadfast on the course of getting bread.
Yep.
It's not even. You have no distractions. You know what I'm saying? That's why nerds be so sharp. They can't get no girls instead of getting back. You got no distractions. Just get it back. If you mean to tell me you ain't get no women and you ain't got no bag, what you got this show for? Fortnite? You got what's that? You ain't got. You
Call
just
of
put out
Duty.
video game. You ain't find a way to monetize that.
Yeah, for
everything
real.
got to come
You
back to
ever
money.
get what they got on video games now? What is it? The coins.
Yeah, the sponsorship,
the tokens.
The tokens. Yeah, you didn't
You
find
even get
no
no tokens.
You failed at Life Cup. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know no answer for that.
You gotta stack up on tokens or something. I mean,
Bruh, it's not that difficult.
like the fuck you been doing? Yeah.
Listen,
Life's not like niggas is just making shit more complicated than it needs to be. Life is not that fucking difficult, bro.
It ain't. Yeah.
Listen, at least for men, you know, your job, you're gonna have to provide at some point. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it like that. There's that no point you just be on cruise control, think you ain't gonna have like someone's gonna need to count on you, my boy. You gotta do something. You got all these years, no what's name? Nah.
But I guess you got those guys who stay at home with their parents.
Yeah, that's sometimes a detriment.
A lot of them, their parents really fuck them up too.
Well, then that's why other countries have the arranged marriages. The parents hook you up. You know, some parents are taking all this selection. This is what happens. We got too many options in America. You could backfire.
30, 40.
Nah, they would make them marry off way before then. I think Egyptian families.
Yeah, the marriage.
The
usually
girl
like
can't
at
even leave the house till she
17.
get married.
It's usually like late teens.
But not in the U.S., I mean, you got guys who like still living at their parents' house, like past 30.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
They exist, yeah.
I know they exist, but I can't really speak on that because how many of your friends do you know? How many of your close friends or what's name do you know that's that
Staying at their parents.
staying at home with their parents?
Let me see. You got a cousin right now.
There's
Well,
only a
he ain't
handful
30
now.
yet, but he's reaching up there. He's over 25. Yeah.
Did he go to college?
Oh,
yeah, he's just a bum.
he's working, but he.
I mean, bums work too.
Listen, we're at a different time in America too, though,
Yeah.
because houses are so expensive.
That nigga's over 25.
Yeah.
He could. There's still apartments.
This
Take baby steps out of your parents' house,
They
bro.
got a couple, yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
a lot of them, their parents also like did that to them too. Like they baby them,
I don't know many of my friends that still stay at home with their parents, bro. None that I grew up with. Who could you think of, Nate?
I don't know anyone back home anymore that's still staying with their parents that I can think of.
Especially you got like some of that culture where like parents like even mothers that like like their sons being at home with them.
Maybe like by choice, or maybe to like stack up. I had friends stay there till they got their own crib, which is by choice, which is just smart. It just depends.
If you didn't go to college, you should be out of your parents' house by at least 21. I gave you 3 years after graduating high school to get your shit together, get the fuck out. If you didn't go to college, but if you went to college, I understand you being there till you graduate.
My wife says she want to push back the time when the kid's getting out. As we almost getting one out the door. I'm like 3 years away from when my first.
What you mean push back?
She's like not pro getting them out at 18. She's like, let's give them this whole rush for black folks to get them out as soon as your kids turn 18 when they're not ready for the world.
It's not. You're not getting them out. You're sending them off to college.
Yeah. So that's what she mean, like sending them off to the world, whatever it is. She's like, I think I seen it online. They're saying how black folks, we don't have they're saying black folks that we don't have the benefit to do what these white folks do. You just give them the boot at 18 because we're behind. So
I don't think
we should give them an extra.
I think.
But I like
this time
I
and this
understand.
way, I think we could do it. Yeah.
I think I understand, but there's a very fine point of I'm gonna give you a couple more years than you just sitting here at 25 and you're not doing.
But either that or you got to do something.
If their kids going to college,
yeah, it's not.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Listen, if the kids going to college, you ain't got to force them to go to college because kids want to get the fuck about your spot anyways.
Yeah.
Even they're talking about the kid that don't want to go to college.
Yeah, that's why I say if you don't go to college, you got 3 years to get the
or you working. Yeah.
I don't.
You got to be doing something
because I don't feel like
you can just be hanging around.
If you're at the house, you ain't gotta. There's parents like, as soon as you turn 18, you got to pay a bill. You ain't got to pay me no bill here. Just don't ask me for no money. That's like you ain't gotta pay no bills. You can eat the food like you've been eating here, but just don't cost me no more money when you're an adult.
White people don't do that. Kick their kids out at 18.
A lot of them do.
A lot of them do. Motherfuckers cut through. But they already know shit's 37. It's different.
You know the saying. They say every bird's got to fly.
Yeah.
Today's your day.
But
so
they
flap
give
your
you
wings.
the option. You either going to college, you join the military, or what's the name. But if you're not doing nothing, you got to go.
If you're not doing nothing, you got to go. Yeah.
If your kid the fuck up, I'd say get them in the military as early as 16. Because with parents' permission, you can sign them up early, right?
Yeah.
If you see a boy, he's in trouble, get him in there at 16. So he can get his years in early and be done. He could do his 8 years. Or if he's even doing a 20-year career, that's a super jump. You know what I'm saying? The earlier you get him in course. If that's what I'm saying. That would go that way. But either way, it's kind of that's how she's looking at it. She's not sure. I was like, you better than me because I was thinking as soon as they're 18, y'all got to get up out of here. But but
not even that. But like you got to make sure your kids like have a plan like for what they're gonna do.
You can,
after
but
college.
these kids are.
That's not your responsibility as a parent to figure out what your kid's gonna do.
No, not you to figure out. You got to make sure
they have to figure it out while they're going to college.
Yeah, of course, and you got to be
career path you're going.
You got to be at knowledge of that. You got to know that. Yeah,
I don't think you.
Here's the thing that happens. It's crazy. It's like almost.
Because you can't just let them just ride it out living at your house and just like lounging around not doing nothing.
Nature has its own way of doing.
This is how when it gets to 25 they're still there, 30 they're still there, 35, 40 and so on.
But here's what I mean. Nature has its own way of doing stuff. There's a way you plan on raising your kids and you plan on having rules, and nature has a way of
checking your shit.
Not even checking your shit. It's almost like, I got all this game I'm ready to drop on the kid, but they're not at the age where they're willing to listen. You got to remember when you were that young. I'm still young, so I can remember when I was that young. And I remember my parents telling me stuff. You really think you're smarter than them. There's a point when you're like a teenager, you really think, man, these people old, they know what the fuck they're talking about. It takes a couple years down the line before like, man, they're fucking right all along. At around that 18 age, they're at that age where they think they're smarter than you.
Oh, yeah.
You giving them all the gems in the world, they ain't paying you no fucking mind.
They think they know, yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And that's programming. That's adolescence. That's just how it is. So as much as you think you dropping them, I don't want you this, other, they're gonna do it with fuck these. My wife be getting mad at my daughter, yelling at her whenever she gives her advice and she just doing it. I was like, you just wasting your breath because she's not ready to listen regardless. You know what I'm saying? Don't even take it personal.
I won't say wasting breath. Like you still gotta say it.
You gotta say it, exactly, just to say it,
yeah.
so you can at least get it off your shoulders. I told her to say it, but just know the motherfuckers. That's how I said they're gonna not. They're gonna do what the fuck they feel like.
You still got to do your part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that way
exactly.
you can say, you know what, I did my part. So if you didn't want to accept it or take it, that's on you.
Yep.
But if you didn't do it, then you can't really blame them. So
yeah, that shit is insane, bro. I mean,
Yeah, ain't no 21-year-old living in my house.
that's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta ask them the question. Okay, so what's your plan now? You know, like you going to college, you going to work, or
at 21?
military,
I ain't asking you that. She should already be established at 21 if you're going to college and that.
Wait, then you ain't asking. They're just gonna hang around.
I don't think most kids want to get out the house anyway.
But now I don't know. Yeah, back then, you know what I'm saying, but. Especially how things are right now too. I mean, it's.
Is your kids on the? Is your oldest on that? I don't need to go to college tip shit yet, Nate?
No, not yet. We're trying to tell her she's not on that. She wants to go away for college. You know, these kids don't give a damn. These kids swear they're on lockdown. I'm like, you're not on lockdown. You just don't do anything. You inside the house so damn much. If anything, you know, back then you take it out the house. These kids rather.
Your wife, the one her to
even
go
before
out of
lockdown,
town for
them
school?
kids.
I don't know if she has a choice. So she turned 18. Our kids aren't on lockdown. My daughter is now at the age where she, you know, will hang out with her friends on Fridays and stuff like that. But that's it. They're not really on lockdown or anything.
I prefer kids to leave home and start college versus staying at home and going to the local university.
There's a difference. Yeah,
you definitely see they grow up a lot faster when they have to leave.
But a lot of people
versus
do
staying
leave
home.
and struggle though.
Yeah, but
you have to.
You might have been one of the few people that didn't struggle.
Yeah, you have to.
But a lot of people literally leave home, and I'm talking about struggle, no bounce back. There's a difference between
but that's because they left without a plan.
Just partying, no plan.
That's
because
they left without a plan, no support.
They don't even finish school. A lot of people leave school. A lot of people just left home to burn off a couple years and come back and do nothing.
Yeah, but
you might as well went to jail.
If you don't have support, and
that's what I mean. If you didn't use those years,
because this is like I did my first 2 years at community college, and then I left home to go to what's name. So I had a plan. A lot of these guys that just leave to go across the state to go to a fucking community college, I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing that for? You might as well do the community college home, where you could at least build up to leave and get your shit together. But if there's no plan and no support, it's gonna be hard. But it still should build some type of character and give them some type of responsibility.
I mean, it's different. You gotta, like I said, these kids, you got to try to establish something in them. But like I feel this day and age, things are so different. Like you could really get paid without any college degree.
Yeah.
With the internet at your hands, these kids, a lot of these kids, you ask them what they want to be. Majority of them now want to be influencers. And shit like that. Because you really can get paid nowadays thanks to the social media, the internet. Mm-hmm. There's really a lot of ways for you to get paid without you having to go to a rigmarole of college or anything else. If you got your mind on, your head on early, you could get this. You could strike a couple mil early if you think about it.
Even before the whole internet took off, like, I mean, those options were available. I mean, you could go to work, and build your skills. But now it adds to it. Yeah,
now more so than ever
you could be extra options.
Right from between the gig economy and this, that, and third.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna do that, like you could have started like all along, like you know,
and you still can do that.
You don't need to wait. You know, like
while you go to school over there.
That's true. Yeah, you get everything's portable. Yeah,
you don't need to wait. You know, like after high school.
All right, we got off on a whole. Parenting,
go to the next one.
Parenting, Skip. What's the next topic? What we still?
We're still in hip hop, right? We're on the Baby and Danny Lay.
Yeah.
So let me see. Next one I got. I didn't really read much into it. He's T.I.'s stepdaughter. Home was foreclosed on. So I don't know if you if you had.
I did see some stuff about it. I guess she's dating. Did she have a baby, or is she dating another rapper? She's dating a rapper, and apparently she didn't know she wasn't paying her bills because she thought it was on auto pay. Like it which makes no sense to me. She never was on auto pay, obviously. But the account just didn't have no damn money in it, and you just left the auto pay thinking it's gonna take care of itself. But that's part of being irresponsible and not ever having to learn anything because your parents had money.
Yeah.
So you think shit just gets. You think a house is just here because the house is here and you're special and you get to live in the house.
That's what I'm saying too. Like, you know, so with your kids, you gotta.
You don't build no responsibility in your kids. And I guarantee if she went off to college,
of course, yeah,
she would have probably had some more responsibilities where she would understand that you can't just life don't just happen.
Yeah,
you have to pay for shit, and you have to make sure shit is in order.
What are y'all on?
We talking about T.I.'s daughter,
stepdaughter,
house getting foreclosed.
Which daughter is this? Is the oldest one?
This is Tiny's daughter.
Okay,
that,
the oldest one that he had got in trouble earlier about when he said the comments.
No, I think that was his daughter. You talking about the Hyman one?
Yeah, I thought that was
his daughter. Yeah,
I think that was his daughter.
Yeah, that was his.
But Tiny's daughter is the one that the house got foreclosed on because she thought it was on auto pay and wasn't paying her damn bills. But then they come to find out there's been several times where her water bill wasn't paid as well, and that shit got cut off. And like
it happens sometimes.
You better not here lying.
I doubt, her parents got it. I think it happens when you're being a scatterbrain. Put the shit on auto pay. Don't assume it's on
That's
auto
what
pay.
she said it was on.
She had nothing in there, no funds in there.
Yeah, auto pay don't just mean the money. It's got to be an account that always has money in it. Yeah, exactly. It might have been auto pay, but it might be tied to a checking account or something that she's constantly using. You got to throw them auto pays on credit cards.
Then she also, I think, does she had a kid?
No,
whatever she was dating with this rapper dude that was also living there, so it's just too irresponsible. She's dating a rapper. They both live together, so it's too irresponsible. I guess he's probably popular in Atlanta or whatever. Yeah. But two irresponsible kids that should have went to college when they was 18 to grow some damn character and learn some responsibility, but they didn't. I doubt they did that.
Yeah, I mean,
because there's no way your house get foreclosed on.
Maybe it's pre-foreclosure. There's no way that banks ain't writing you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know how a lot of these kids are. Banks writing them, they just like
not answering the mail if I don't come through email. But there's responsibility. Like I'm sure, especially now with the mortgage moratorium and all that, I'm sure they'll be able to. The bank gonna find a way that they can still keep the house and do everything. That's very negligent on their part, though, to even allow it to get to that point. Yeah, that's kind of wild because it ain't like her folks got it. So like you know what I'm saying, not to say mean that she has it, but in that sense,
it's not I think they when they wanted her to move out, she didn't want to move out in the beginning because she was like she's not ready, blah blah blah, and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. She had got notice on.
Huh?
She had got notice about.
No, I'm talking about when it was time for her to leave T.I. and Tiny's house.
Okay.
Because she wasn't, I don't think she was doing anything. Like I said, she didn't. She was
kids,
over 18, not going to college, not doing anything. And then.
So you got to ask that question, yeah.
Then apparently she somehow was able to buy a house.
She's like, I'm an heiress, man. I'm rich. She's like, what are you planning to do in your life? She's like, this is what I plan on doing in my life. Right? What I'm doing right now, this is what I'm planning to do.
Hit him with the shack. No, I'm rich.
Yeah.
Y'all broke.
Yeah. So it's all about, I guess, it was how she was probably raised. No responsibility. When you don't have no responsibilities and you hit that world.
I mean, if she living with someone, ultimately he's fucking up. You know what I'm saying? If they done got the crib, this, that, a third, you know what I'm saying? She came from money. Unless that person came from money too, don't make no excuse. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to make sure the situation's good.
Yeah, he out here looking stupid too, cuz.
Yeah. T.I. gonna be like, what the hell kind of man you got over there?
There's no way you staying there too and you don't know what the fucking bills do.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
And I think they do have a kid or something. You'd have to look it up.
Wow.
What else we have? We have Ashanti over here trying to buy her master. Ashanti wants to get her well, she's claiming she's getting her master's back. But she's just...
Who owns her master's?
Irv Gotti, but she just flagging.
Oh,
because what happened is, they came out with that rule I guess it's been on the road. The first person to even bring it up was your boy Cameron. Shout out to Cameron.
Talking about redoing it?
Yeah. You know, ever since Cameron said it, now motherfuckers are actually doing it. Which is insane that you think of all the places in knowledge and hip-hop people complaining for years they don't own their masters. Here comes Cameron on Drink Champs, give us a freebie. A freebie. Tell y'all, all you got to do is wait 7 years and release the whole thing all over again yourself. And that's it. And that's it. And what's crazy is so far we seen, what's name just did this past week. Taylor Swift re-released. Remember her manager, Scooter Braun, didn't want to sell her the rights to her. She couldn't afford to buy it back, and he sold it for like $300 million. So she just re-released her first album, the Red Album. It sold like 120,000 first week. So she's got a fan base. She's good. She don't really own her masters, but she does re-own the songs all over again. You're just re-recording the same songs, same production. So it did sell well. It's gonna sell again, and
moving forward, if depending on how far up the ladder it is, no one's gonna go to the old one. They just take on a new one.
Exactly. So owning your masters is a thing of the past. Sell them shits and re-record the album in 7 years. You know that shit of owning your masters? Yeah. If someone's dumb enough to pay for it, sell it. And just sell, and you're doubling down. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason not to. But she's saying that she's about to own her masters, and Irv Gotti had to come in there and check her. Irv said, no, I own all her masters. And I wrote most of her music and did produce it, so I own part of her production, this, that, and the third. What she's going to do is re-record the music, which she has all the rights to do, and I hope her well, but she's not getting back her master. She's just recreating an old album, remastered in a sense.
Okay, so what was the point of Irv Gotti saying
He just had to say, I ain't selling I'm not in the business of selling masters over here. You know what I'm saying?
You got to clear the air,
Yeah, I'm not in the business of selling masters.
What's the point, though?
Yeah, he's shading.
If it's just being re-released and you know she's gonna own the master of that new shit. Yeah. So what's your point of coming out?
You know what he fucked up at is most likely she wanted to buy. A lot of artists want their masters back, but they're not willing to pay for it. And this person that paid into you, it's an investment to him. He's gonna always make money. He makes a cut off your catalog, this, that, and the third, and he knows that, and you probably told me you want to buy back your masters, but you weren't willing to pay what he's willing to pay. If anything, before she does this album, he needs to go ahead and sell that album's masters to someone else. Because it's gonna be not worth more over time. Maybe it can be, because all the radio stations know to plug in the new master, because all these stuff have their own IRC codes, all these different stuff. So they know, because the old one's already programmed into all the keyboards, the all the stuff.
When it comes to I guess the what do you call it, the publishing, it might split though. You might get like a split. Well,
he's gonna still get paid. He wrote her lyrics for a song, so he's still gonna get paid for that. He wrote her.
She's the writer. Okay, yeah.
He's the writer, so he's still getting paid for that. Only thing she's getting is more of the vocal
the recording,
side.
Yeah.
It's just, she really ain't got it. Shit is wild.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Okay, you wrote it, you got paid for it, and you're getting paid for it on the masters. But can you double down again for me re-recording it?
Him,
as the writer.
As the writer, it's you own it forever. Just like her vocals.
Not if you paid for it. If I pay you to ghostwrite for me.
Yeah, but he didn't do that. He was the label owner. She's not gonna have that type of deal.
Writing, I think you get like a fee up front. Yeah, you get a fee up front, and you get to own the percentage.
Yeah. Well, that's depending on how you set up the contract.
Yeah, and he's the label owner. You think he's gonna be the one with the fucked up?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah,
she's gonna have the.
So he owns it all. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be eating off her new shit.
So he owns it all.
There's a loophole around that shit.
He owns it all. So yeah, she's gonna get recording. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna get the vocal side of it that she had probably got less for, but I don't know how well her old catalog's still doing. It might work for her because she's known even more for a
while.
And
most likely he owns some of the recording too.
See, there has to be a loophole around it, because you think Taylor Swift wrote all the music herself?
Yeah, that's why she's a beast. Yeah, she's her own writer. That's the difference. That's why she needed it back. That's a lot of bread you leave on the table.
Yeah,
50% of the record.
There has to be somewhere.
That's just why it doesn't make sense for Ashanti. It makes sense for Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift writes all her music.
We don't know that.
Yeah, she does. That's one of her things. That's why people love her. This girl is a beast at writing.
We don't know that though.
Well, I mean, at least I know the first album. That's what she was known for. And so that's why she wanted to get her things back, and she was so adamant on getting the things. So she's gonna get half of them, saying that's half of those recordings come back. And is what I'm saying. But Ashanti, if you didn't write the records,
So what about the production part?
Which one?
The production, the beats, and all that.
That was Irv. So he's gonna still eat that. You can't say the production. If you can't remake his beat, he'd sue you.
Yeah.
You still have to remake the whole beat, gives you all the elements, this, that, and the third. Unless you want to make it on a whole new beat, which you have the right to do. But you're gonna call the track a remix, this, that, and the third. Which you can if you want to put on a whole new beat. But if you want that original, it's crazy because think of how many celebrities died not knowing that. They wanted their masters back, couldn't get it, and just died giving the publisher. When this thing was on the books, 7 years, it reverts back to you where you could just re-release the album, remaster it. And half of them went back to the same original group and signed the new deal to remaster, and didn't realize that shit had defaulted back to them.
Yeah, the recording, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, the remastering, yeah.
You remember that? Because there was a lot of remastering.
There's a lot of people remastering, especially, maybe that's why Puff did a lot of remastering with big shit.
Yep. Especially if you get the family to re-sign off of her and they don't realize that the shit's coming right back to you. I mean, well, Puff, Big, you don't have to worry about it because it's Big's voice. Big can't record a whole new recording of it because he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but to get it but there was a lot of remastering on Puffy shit. I mean, Biggie shit. That could be to cut out the family.
You mean just before it reverts back? I don't think they'd have an option unless they had like another recording of the same song. Let's say he had the same song when he was underground before it blew up, and they have the audios from that, and they're just waiting for the thing to expire, and they put that vocals on the beat all over again, then they could cut them out that way. Maybe so, but you do the remastering, you sign the family a whole new check, you hold on to that again. Add another 7 years. The rap game is tricky, bro. The shit's industry.
I'm telling you, I'm guaranteed Ashanti's finding a loophole around that shit, and Irv Gotti gonna be holding the paperweight.
I don't think so.
I think he needs to be selling, but Ashanti writes as well.
Should get the sound, the recording side, but like the composition side. If he wrote it,
she writes as well.
Does the beat? Yeah.
It depends on which song. Cause she wrote the song for J-Lo and
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule, yeah. So she writes as well. It's not like she don't write.
I'm telling you, there's a loophole around that bitch, bro. With the 7 years and what's the name?
No, because
because you can't copyright. You can't copyright.
It is for life.
You can't copyright phrases though.
Yeah, but that's not what you're copywriting. They're copywriting the. It's not the phrases. If you're saying in a certain order, then the whole song, lyrics, the whole lyrics is copyrighted.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But the original person that said it can re-say it again.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it was their song.
Because that's why sometimes you can have like one song and have multiple versions.
Yeah.
Of different artists.
Yep, the master holder might release it.
You can have multiple recordings, multiple master recordings.
The person who writes it gets
but the composition stays.
Yeah, the person who wrote it first is the original owner.
Yeah,
they can keep re-releasing it however much they want. So if you're the first person that wrote it first and you sold it to me, 7 years later you can re-release it, or you can sell it to other people. Or you know what I'm saying, or matter of fact, you can't even sell it to other people.
No,
I can only sell the original of it. You can keep releasing it.
That's what I'm saying. Only thing she's gonna get really is the recording side.
Yeah, but
she might be the composer on some of them.
Yeah, if she writes on some of them,
but you also get
and that's the thing. Like, especially if some of the tracks were like saying that it was if it says that it was like co-written with Irv Gotti. That might be a loophole as well.
Yeah, it's wild. But all I know is these guys need with these artists finding out this stuff, I'd be selling masters right and left. You know what I'm saying? Cashing out, which some artists have started doing. Maybe they know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they know what's up. Yeah, only person that can't do that is someone like Beanie Man. I mean, not Beanie Siegel.
Why not?
Because his voice don't sound the same anymore. He could re-release it, but who the fuck want to hear this Benny Siegel? And you know what I'm saying, the classic B-Mac is back. The tone's different. Some singers also can't sing the same way they did back in the day, so they stuck.
And motherfuckers gonna end up just putting that shit to a speaker and redoing that shit like that.
And auto tune it out. Is that a third?
They'll figure a way to fix it.
Yeah, man.
Especially when there's money to be made. Yeah. Everybody to be sitting on a paperweight, trust me.
Yeah, so either way, that was the old way of people saying don't sell your masters, don't say keep your masters, is that and the third. But I always thought the masters argument was kind of wild to me, because let's say even if there was this, before there was this reverse thing to me, I was like, your masters is a tool. You cannot own your masters and a label owns most of it or owns a majority. You get a cut.
He owns a majority, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They might own a majority. But as long as the label isn't saying no to people, you're going to eat every time. You get your share. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And half the time it's not the label that says no. It's when it goes to the artist. That's when the music can't get no traction. When that shit goes, look at the music that goes like let's say like the Prince family estate or the which family is very greedy?
Jackson.
Not the Jackson. Even the Jacksons, you barely get anything like Aaliyah. You can't get nothing out of there. No music. No. This is someone that should have been sampled to this day. When they die, it's like their music. Al Green. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. These are people that once they die, it's like their music just vanished because their estate don't want to let nothing go.
I heard like Aaliyah, they were gonna let some of hers go on iTunes, and
that's just this year. Look how long Aaliyah been dead.
This year.
Just this year, they're finally deciding they're gonna start allowing them shit on iTunes. You know how,
but they've been saying, I mean, they getting paid for it. I mean, they're
fighting over it. They'd rather fight over it. Look at the group that own their publishing from the get-go and they say yes to anyone. That's 3 6 Mafia. And them boys get sampled by everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And them boys still eating, still rich, ain't dropped
still
music in forever.
Still
producing. And it's because they say, hey, we say yes to anyone. Anyone come and drop it, you want a sample? Yeah, yes. And they
of course,
get a cut.
Yeah, that's why you keep it, Keep it earning, keep it alive, yeah.
And if you're not going to do that, at least have a rate. Them white guys will tell you, hey, here's the rate. If you can't afford it, then that's too bad. But what you don't do is don't go use their shit without asking permission, like Juice WRLD did with Sting. He sampled that shit, and Sting owns like 90% of that record. He said his great grandkids gonna be eating off that record. The motherfuckers will spank you. You come around afterwards, which is fucking crazy.
That's what you get though. If they tell you no, don't use
they didn't say no. They just went without him. I think they just, they did some hip hop shit. They didn't ask for permission. And these white guys, you know what I'm saying, they smart, man. The old timers are smart. They're gonna say let that shit rock on the radio a little bit longer.
Yeah,
they're not gonna
let it get some spin.
Yeah, they're not gonna cease and desist you right quick. That's what greedy people do. When that cease and desist, we got them. Nah, you gotta let that shit build traction. Let it marinate, and he gonna crack them over the head.
Let that shit make $1 million.
Yeah,
first.
like Robin Thicke did. Like they did with Robin Thicke. They allowed Robin Thicke shit. They allowed him and T.I. and them boys to dance all over through that video. Let that shit rock. 3 years later, they come for everything. Yeah.
They came, hey.
Exactly. That shit happened. It happened even Jay-Z once on the Big Pimpin' beat. And what happened is you get to sue everyone on the track. Not even the features. That's what's fucking crazy. They sued T.I., Robin Thicke, the producers, everybody. And the judge beside him, I like, damn. So imagine that bread is like 3 years old. You done blew that back, right?
Oh, yeah.
And now you got a judgment for another $2 million. Like, bruh, there's some old money. That shit is fucked up, bro. But yeah, when you smart, you be like, yeah, let him rock with it. Let him rock with it. We about to hit him over the head. Don't hit him with that. I remember Beyonce had sampled someone and they hit her with the cease and desist early. I'm like, oh, y'all tripping. I should let her rock that out.
People just be hating.
Yeah, I should let her rock that out.
Let them motherfuckers cook.
Yeah, before you come and hit them with that, hey, stop that. What else do we have? We got anything else in hip-hop?
Hip Hop got Rico Nasty jumped into the crowd after someone threw I think it was a bottle.
Yeah.
Someone from the crowd threw a bottle on her.
People have been treating her a little bit strange. She said there's a lot of colorism going on. You know, she's a dark artist.
Rico Nasty.
Yeah.
That's a female artist?
Yeah. She said there's a lot of colorism going on. A lot of black folk. You know, a lot of folks see a black artist up there, a black female artist, and they
yeah, I think she's Afro Latina.
Yeah, she's darker though. Rico Nasty.
Yeah, she's Afro Latina.
So yeah, so she jumped into the crowd. You know, had to get some straightening. Had to tighten some people up. Motherfuckers be trying you. What else do we have? We got anything else on it about?
Nope, that was it for me.
I don't know if I have anything else. It's kind of a short week, a dry week.
You got Kanye and
Kanye and Drake. They just took a picture together today and released it. You know, this is after Kanye said that they need to get together so they could try to get Larry Hoover home. My thing is that them white folks ain't letting Larry Hoover out, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Because the whole thing about Larry Hoover shit
at the age he is now, he's not a threat to society.
He's not a threat to society, but, you know, Larry Hoover, it wasn't the fact that he was just the leader of Gangster Disciples or anything like that. It's the fact that Gangster Disciples, they weren't just a regular gang. Them niggas were a gang, but I think when he was behind bars, here's the thing. The nigga was already behind bars for a drug charge, and they talking about they did a 13-year investigation, and they charged him. That's how he got the 150 years. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how you watch someone for 13 fucking years? You know what I'm saying? You could build all types of cases on me. You watch me for that long. You know what I'm saying? It's great. So he was in jail for 13 years. They monitored his phone calls, and they found out he was still running the Gangster Disciples in that jail. And one of the things he did when he was the Gangster Disciple, he was like, all the niggas, if you're on the block and you're selling, y'all all got to pay taxes. And with the taxes, they're supposed to give back to the community, shit like that. So it wasn't just ground shit, but one of his other rules was that if them niggas don't get down, they lay down. So y'all niggas don't pay taxes. They ain't like he's just gonna say, please, you got it. They're killing you. So they charge him with some murders, some other shit. But it's really because how does one guy enforce this type of shit? They don't allow that type of structure in black organizations.
He has some.
You know what I'm saying? The Italians do it all the time, all the other groups, but they don't allow blacks to have that type of
structure.
That type of structure. One guy can't be behind jail calling and telling all these other gang members got to pay taxes, and they all actually do it.
Yeah, he had some people on the outside too.
Yeah, he did. So they weren't allowing it. So they got him, watched him for 13 years. They threw the book at him, gave him 150 years, and then they put him in like a super max prison to where he's on 23-hour lockdown. He gets no outside invitation. He can no longer call nobody. So that's why. And then as soon as he did that, the GDs and the DPs broke apart, and Chicago's been ham ever since.
Exactly.
Got worse there.
And I thought it was kind of weird that they'll say he could come out and fix Chicago.
He can't fix shit. He's too damn old now.
That was the thing. Like, you guys are just saying let him out so he could come back and put some order into the gang. So you're saying let him out so he could come hang out with these gang people and tell them how to act?
To me, it's a dumb argument. I'm like, listen, because even if he could do that, them white folks ain't having it. You go about loud. One of you guys out that could rule all these games. Y'all niggas killing each other every day on the weekends. It's not a bad problem for white people. Let's not act like it is. This is a nigga problem to them. You're like, this is a you problem. Why would I let him out and he can control all these niggas? What, they gonna do some positive shit? Nah, not on my watch. These white folks ain't having it. I'm like, so to me, you're beating a dead horse to the stick. But the thing is, I think with the new sentencing guidelines over Obama shit with the drug things and all that, I think even for his murder charge,
there's no reason to keep a 83 or something year old man in jail.
There's not, but but he has murder on his jacket though. But I don't know if I think he already served even the time for his murder. Yeah. So all the other excessive charges were for drug charges. And with the sentencing guideline, he should be able to be out, but it's just up to the judge. And for some reason or other, the judge won't let him out. But Larry Hoover was a leader of one of the biggest black gangs ever. I don't think they're letting him out. But there's other people that's in that bitch that was from the Black Panther Party that we never even heard about that's been there since I was born. Before the 80s. There's political black prisoners in jail to this day that they just made you forget about. That shit is, I was like, so I don't see them. It would be a good look, but I don't see who. If you couldn't get Trump to do it, who really doesn't give a fuck about the system one way or the other, you'll let people out. But if you couldn't get him to do it, I don't see Biden doing it.
Yeah, Biden's not going to pardon him. But it's not up for, he don't need to be pardoned. They just need to.
It's just the judge has to go ahead
commute the time and let him out.
Exactly.
So it's not really, he don't need a pardon.
Yeah, but can you put the pressure on the local judge to do it?
They just got to give him a fair shot and treat him just like they'll treat any other.
Well, if that's the case, he should have been out already.
Rehabilitated.
He's been rehabilitated. He's been. Now, let me see how long this guy been in jail, bro. This man's been in jail at least probably 30 years already.
No, it's up to 40. I think his son his son, he never saw his son, and his son is like at like 40.
Yeah, he's 70 years old right now. Old man. Yeah, and he's got like 150-year jail sentence. His son's fighting for his dad to come home, and I'm like, man, you got rappers fighting for it. I don't think he is sentenced to 150 to 200 years. After, matter of fact, forget what I said, a 13-year investigation. This is after a 17-year investigation for conspiracy extortion. 17 years, bro. What do you need to?
This is the thing.
What do you need to?
How do you
do
charge
the case
me
for that long?
How do you charge me for extortion of drug dealers?
Yeah, this shit is insane.
Does that even make fucking sense?
It's not only that; it don't even make sense. It's a crime.
It's a crime, right?
It's a crime, and
they shouldn't be having this money anyway.
Yeah.
And you're charging me for extorting them?
I never even got that. The fact that you can get charged for selling fake drugs, there's a charge for that too. That shit's crazy. Yeah, you know you get caught with
you're not allowed to scam the people that want to get high.
Yeah, you get charged for that. But like I said, 17-year investigation. I feel like the government's part of the problem. How you watch me do crime for 17 years? How am I gonna get emboldened? I do crime for 1 year, I get emboldened. 2 years, 3 years. After a while, I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm good at this shit. Y'all watch me get good at this shit.
Was that whole 17 years investigation when he was on the street?
Well, no, while he was in jail. While he was in jail.
While he was in jail?
Yeah, so they're like, he's been running shit from in there the whole time. And that's why they wouldn't allow him to get out. And then they banned him.
Y'all could have been put a block on that phone.
Exactly. So they watch crime happen for 17 years. Yeah. You embolden them in a sense. That's almost in a sense entrapment. And then you're gonna hit the guy with the 152. To me, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, they on some bullshit.
17 years. People made their whole career. Imagine going to work for 17. I'm working on a case 17 years. Man, you'll get the fuck out of here, bro.
All you doing is listening to this nigga phone calls.
Yeah, bro. That shit is wild. Motherfucker done went the whole school system, went to college and all. The time that they investigating this guy.
Shit is crazy.
Yeah, so he's in ADMX, Colorado Supermax prison.
So how long has he been in jail? It has to be 40 plus years.
Let me see. Age 70, convictions, murder, conspiracy, extortion. Let's see how long he's been in jail. He's been in jail since, is it 1995 while in prison? And no, he was already in prison. While in prison in 1995 after 17 years. So let's say that'd be 17 years before 1995? Mm-hmm. Jesus, boy.
So that's what.
In October 2018.
That's like 78.
Yep.
That's like since 78. Is it 78 or 80?
Yeah, 97 is when they give them all these extra charges.
95 minus 88 minus 10.
He's been locked up since 1973.
Well,
shit.
Wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, bro. This shit is insane.
Yeah, that's like what? 14 years before us?
Yeah, our parents.
So he's been in there for almost 50 years.
Listen, man.
48 years?
That's part of the CRT, critical race theory, that they're so good at exiling or ending black leaders in any aspect. They seen this guy had so much control over gangs, they got his ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a bigger threat than the gang committing violence themselves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They seen, look at Farrakhan. Farrakhan had too much power. They gave them almost 20 years of blackball outside of radio. And to the point where he's blackballed in a sense now. He's not on any social media. You can post on him all day long, but he can't post anything. Because they figure he's old. He's almost out the door, but they don't want to give him any more power, any more juice. And, they won't allow any black leaders to get too strong in this country. You know what I'm saying? in that sense.
What else we got in hip-hop? Do we have anything? That was Larry Hoover, or that stemmed from the Kanye and
Drake thing. Yeah, they're supposed to be doing like a benefits concert for Hoover. I don't see that shit happening. Hoover ain't, I don't trust the system enough for him to let Larry Hoover out. And
you put enough pressure on it, it might happen. Get other people to join. Yeah.
Even if it get out, if Hoover comes out here on this young buck, you got to come do shit.
He's not.
Nah, he ain't gonna come do shit.
He better not come out.
Them niggas gonna chalk him up on O Block. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's gonna. He's just gonna come out and be a grandfather, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way he's gonna be active. He's an old man, bro.
Yeah.
How many 71-year-olds you know are active, bro?
It's like that one verse Young Buck had. He said something about old man thought these young boys are gonna let him get money on the block. He ain't been home a week yet. Already got his wig splitted. Remember some of that? These young boys ain't standing for that. These little old block boys ain't having none of that.
Ain't sweet.
I guess we could go into what? We got anything for pop culture? Anything else?
Pop culture, you got your boy Elon.
What was he? Oh, he was going at it with Go ahead. What do you have on Elon?
For that, I had to put that as politics, but I guess we can go since it's about him. Yeah. So Bernie Sanders tweeted wanting the 1% to pay their fair share in taxes, and Elon fired back saying, I'm still forgetting that you're alive."
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, how old is Bernie? Like 80, 85?
Yeah. Still
Like, yeah, to say that to him, come on, man.
That's
Like,
the thing. Elon's so rich, you don't even have to mention his name. You mention money, and he know you talking about him.
Yeah, you're like, fuck you talking about, bro? 1%? Who's the one of the 1%? My only issue with that,
talk money, you speak to me.
you get offended. You insult money. Something about money and everything. Elon's like, nigga, what the fuck you would have did? What did you? You feel like you insult him? You talk about money. But my only issue is with Democrats, man. Too much grandstanding, though. This whole one, Bernie been saying the rich need to pay their own fair share for the longest. But y'all put the rules in the book still allow it to be there. Don't act like what person would pay more than they have to pay.
Hey.
If you want to pay their fair share, you don't even have to do all this grandstanding. Y'all right there in the Senate, change the rules. I'm not over here writing for the super rich. Y'all put the rules in there for them. Well, how are they not going to use it? Close the loopholes and they'll pay it.
Yeah, but the issue with that is like for them, like business owners and entrepreneurs, like they earn their money outside the system.
They own.
So
I guess they feel
that you just have to. All you have to do is make everything inside the system.
yeah.
So
If you don't work for your bread and you're worth over a certain amount, you got to pay X amount of taxes.
yeah, but
I
listen,
mean,
though.
I know they can lower it, make it seem like they don't make a certain amount. There's all these sorts of tricks, but you can't tell me there's no answer to this. Is there really no answer to this? There's no answer. You don't help these people get rich. This, that, and that. And there's
The
no
only
real answers.
way is like you'd have to stand over my shoulders, on every sales that I make, and tell me, you know what, every little money I collect, I gotta pay a tax on that.
It's not even that.
And you gotta actually like,
if there's a way for you to know how much money he has,
yeah.
and he
there's a
gotta
way-
report it to you.
there's a way for you to know that. There's a way for you to know how he got that money.
Exactly.
So
So yeah, he gotta report it to you. Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
yeah, but we know he got this money,
exactly.
so he is reporting it.
It's like
If we know he
yeah.
got it,
we watched him
And
on
he
his.
can report what he wants.
What I mean is, it's like, so we watched him on his way up, and at some point he gets so high, like, oh, we don't know what he's doing. The money's gone. It don't make any sense.
it don't make no sense.
The same way you can watch him on his way up. All right, now we know
'Cause
you're
you-
worth this
you
much.
know how
Anything you
much
get
you
after
got.
that much, we need to charge this tax.
We know how much he got because it's through his businesses and
Yeah,
stocks and
yeah.
the value of it. So it's not like he's just getting money out of nowhere doing cash sales.
Yeah,
It's not like he's selling
selling
Teslas for cash.
Exactly.
and not reporting that money. So we know where he's getting money from.
Yeah, but to actually like,
It's just that the
tax him that
loopholes.
way, you would have to tax. I guess like the transaction.
They see
So-
all the
Yeah,
transactions.
they can tax the transaction, but you make it for people that are worth X amount.
Exact-
That's all you got to do. They don't have to affect. They're selling it like that. If they do that, they might hit us all. Yeah, they're sure, but don't make it for us all. Make the rule that if
But
you're
that's what I'm
worth
saying, you can't do
above
that.
this amount,
Yeah.
they can do whatever rule there. This is all taxes
Yeah.
is stealing
Then
anyways.
it become like,
taxes stealing anyways. You can do whatever
Yeah,
the
but
fuck you
then
want.
it become like unconstitutional.
It's
There's
not
no
that-
constitution.
listen,
Because you picking on somebody, then you picking
What's
on
called? Listen, at one point they used to have a tax of like 99%, bro.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
For billionaires back in the days.
Yeah.
How was that constitutional? You're picking on a certain group of people,
Yeah,
and they
but
were doing it
guess
back
what
in the
these people
days.
did back then? They reported a low amount of profit.
Yeah, but the people
Yeah,
you're going
but-
at now, we already know they got it. They'll have to show the actual losses in these things. They're already super rich. They're already overly out the system. There's no
Yeah, and they do that, and they got accountant who's working for them who.
listen.
Exactly, but that's because that's the rules you put in place.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't see how much money he's making and all the transactions. There's just the law, how you guys set up the law. He don't have to pay these taxes because of this.
Yeah.
Because he's making so much money, he don't have to pay certain taxes. And that's because that's how you guys set that shit up. Now you guys are mad. Now politicians are mad and want people to pay for certain shit.
Yeah, and it's
because America is broke. That's why all this 1%er and let's tax the rich. It's because America is going broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even say because America's going broke. I think it's just a talking point to separate the classes. They're saying tax the rich, knowing that they're never going to pass a rule to tax the rich. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think if America's broke, it's like...
But even them, they're rich themselves too. So
they're rich already.
They have to tax themselves also.
No, because they used to say tax the millionaires, but they became millionaires. Now they say tax the billionaires. You get it?
But
because they're not billionaires yet, so they always want to break the classes apart. They used to when Bernie started, he used to say tax the millionaires.
Yeah,
but Bernie's not a millionaire. He can't say that.
Even was that lady named Nancy Pelosi?
Oh, you talking about?
She's worth damn near $200 million.
Yeah, you talking about super rich? Yeah. So once they do that, you can't tax it.
So that little $200K she's making has a whatever, like representative, senator, whatever.
Yeah, that's nothing.
That ain't shit.
And they still taking it though.
Oh, yeah. Boy,
they ain't gonna donate it.
Exactly.
So, they still taking it. Like, since you're worth $200 million, Nancy Pelosi or whoever, all these politicians, why don't you give up your salary that you make as a politician, as a public servant? Mm-hmm. Why don't you donate that back into the economy or back to the communities that you say we should tax these millionaires for or billionaires for to raise money for it? Donate that money. Let's see if you really about that shit you talking about. Because you don't need the money that the government is giving you for doing this job you say you love.
No, I feel there's two things. They should definitely be term limits. These motherfuckers be on that bitch super rich on that shit forever. Old, don't want to put in no new ideas. So I feel there definitely should be term limits. And then you also have the other half of the people talking about, there shouldn't be no billionaires. They're greedy. I like, how they greedy? They came up with a good idea and they getting paid. Someone like Elon, to me, should be the richest person.
He deserves to be the richest.
He deserves to be the richest. He's doing.
You find what the world needed. And the world needed to move away from using
fossil fuels,
and you found a way to mass produce that for the world.
Yeah. How the fuck are you not going to be rich?
Not just the USA.
The world.
The world.
How you not going to be the richest
deserve to be the richest guy in the world.
It don't make, these are policies.
If you're solving the world's problems, you should be you're the world's engineer.
Exactly.
How you supposed to be the richest person?
That's what I'm saying. These are problems that the country should have solved, but you allowed an individual to solve it. So an individual got to reap the rewards. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? These are all these problems that we've had that Elon's tackling. There's plenty of billionaires that seen it and did nothing. Like, there's no money in it. There's plenty of governments that seen it and said, there's no money in it. So if the individual decided to take it and find a way, he should be the richest. There's no reason.
Even that's still like from him, like creating Tesla and those other businesses.
Yeah,
that's still like a small part of his wealth, because like the main part is like the stock value of it.
Yeah, it's the stocks. It's other people buying into shit. It's just like the dollar. As long as other people believe in them.
Like the government, like you remember, like as soon as they did the stimulus, where did they send most of that money first?
Back in the stocks. Exactly. Yeah.
So they help prop them up.
They're blaming him. Like, the dude ain't doing nothing wrong. Not the dick ride for these millionaires.
So they help prop them up, and plus like all those stocks that he just shared, he sold like $7 billion worth of stocks.
Yep.
And those are all the people that also bought his shares.
Not to mention you have like
for him to get that money back.
Yeah, it don't make any sense though. To me, they're just out here just.
That's the thing.
Just grandstanding though.
He's being the richest person in the world. Your voice becomes how the economy moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if Elon says, you know what, we should start doing this with this company, that company is gonna be worth so much money because he's the richest guy in the world. Just told everybody to do something. People are gonna do it.
Here's the thing: is some people
So
say
one guy shouldn't have all that damn power.
that's true, but some people say like he's gotten to the like they say like how Tesla was subsidized by the government. Like the government might have gave the company $200 million or a couple $1 billion worth of tax
for
breaks
something billion,
in the beginning. But government gives all sorts of tax breaks for different businesses. The government gives tax breaks or to incentivize certain behaviors. If you hire X amount of employees, you don't pay X amount of taxes.
Yeah.
He didn't cheat his way to get the incentives.
Nope.
He played by the rules, got his bread. That's it. Don't bring up the government
and they set it up that way
because
too.
the government could have took that same money and created their own Tesla, but they didn't.
The
And also, this is
they're giving him them incentives because he's doing the job they don't want to fucking do.
Exactly.
So
that's all it is.
What are you complaining about?
And the funny thing is, this is the effect, side effect of capitalism.
Exactly.
Everybody say they're pro capitalism, they want it, but like once somebody actually found the what you call that
The loopholes,
the loophole or
the jump, that plays the game,
that plays the game and beat it, everybody gets mad at him.
yeah. I mean,
So
people that it blows my mind. Like each time I'm on Facebook,
it's almost like saying like you have like the NBA.
Yep.
You have this team who just like Golden State Warriors. They work their way up, to like won like three championships in a row. And now you got like everybody 2 in a row. And say if they were able to go on and keep winning, and now everybody just mad at them. Like for what? Like you set the game up this way for me to win, and I figure out a way to win. Now you mad at me.
Nigga, Elon's playing the American version of Squid Games. He's leaving with the bag, and motherfuckers is mad.
Yeah, he's next level, man. The shit is and it's not like he's even the smartest guy in the room. There's a difference between the smartest guy. All he is the best salesman. Elon, half the shit Elon got, he didn't even create. You know what I'm saying? Elon didn't create Tesla. Tesla was owned by 2 other people. Yeah. But he got the hot name. He buy a good percentage. He's like, hey, well, my name, I could get us even more investors. And that's what he does. I'm the bigger picture man. I'm getting us more investors, and I can get this shit popping. You know what I'm saying? Other people try to come out with cars. It costs too costly.
Yeah, there was never, like, Tesla's not the first electric car.
No, it's not.
But you'll think it is because it's the first mass-produced one.
Because what he did is he says, I'm not trying to do a cheap electrical car because them shits is too costly. So I got to do a high-end luxury
they don't work. People don't buy them.
Electrical car. And that's what he did. His first car was a luxury car, cost over $100,000. And that will fund the cheaper car, the Model S and the Model 3. So he went high-end first, then lowered, then his way down. And that's how he mass-produced. They don't know how much people have been making cars forever and didn't think to do this model is insane. You know what I'm saying? And he's selling a fraction amount of cars than other people, but he's leading the market in this area.
So I guess the battery, I guess like he didn't help invent that either. So.
No, he didn't. None of his stuff. He's not an inventor.
Hey, you know how old batteries are, bro?
No, like because like they were using like the batteries that they were using before on the previous electric cars.
Yeah,
that's why it didn't work because those didn't last.
Yeah, all he did is
these new ones that they have. Those are the ones that last. Like,
they improved on the battery technology.
They improved on battery technology, but not all electric cars use the same battery technology.
Yeah, they improved on it. So it just well, one thing he does like to do is he likes to buy. He doesn't like getting his stuff. Like Apple gets this part from this company, that part
rather
from that
just
company.
buy the company.
Yeah, he'd rather buy all the stuff and have everything in house.
And
then roll the savings over to the customer. And then he'll win that way.
Hey.
And he did that with SpaceX. He did that with Tesla.
Yeah.
So that's why he's able to do that. That's why they say he's like 10 years ahead of the competition because he owns the battery farm.
Right. And you start developing, instead of just waiting on another company to develop batteries.
Yeah, he developed.
You just create a battery department and let them work on it and get the smartest people to develop that shit.
And it just keeps going that way. So that's how he keeps doing and buying the whole set instead of. It's the opposite way that we think now. Everything through industrial globalism, everything got to be. He like, nah, I want to keep everything in a shop, in house, and we're gonna build out from there, each location. So
seriously, keep jobs in America. So
that's what. Yeah, he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot of shit that the world that should have been simple. That like you said, government should have did, but they didn't want to do it, so they gave them the incentive to do it. He took advantage of it. And it's just crazy that it's because of populism how U.S. has gotten we're over here pointing, hey, look at that guy, look what he's doing. But being number one does paint a target in your back because you can see how they went from championing Elon to hating him to hating Bezos. We don't even really talk about Warren Buffett anymore, or
Warren Buffett got little bucks.
But this was one thing about America, though.
Or even Gates.
That's the poor billionaire.
Well, here's what Gates got. Gates is so rich that we taking medical advice from this nigga. Ain't got no medical degree, no nothing.
I'm telling you, people with money,
our COVID liaison
can say whatever they want, and people will take their fucking advice.
That's the one thing I realized in America. If you got money, motherfucker, you can do it. You can say whatever. You can say you're an expert in anything. Dog. You say motherfuckers won't doubt you. You can just say I'm a millionaire, so I'm gonna be a biochemist now. You're like, you got your money off of, you know what I'm saying, scratch off. So motherfuckers, they were like, he's rich, he got to know something. Yeah, Bill Gates out here giving us medical advice right and left, this, that, and that. Like, this guy ain't got no medical degree, bro.
I'm gonna hit the jackpot, and then I'm gonna just become an MD. Self-proclaimed MD.
Yeah, that shit is wild, man. But that's the American way. Anytime someone's a billionaire, you can go on CNN, go on Fox. They always ask, like, hey, have you ever thought of running for office? So wealth is so synonymous in America.
Do it and you go shit on the country.
Yeah, then you're the bad guy.
Then you're the bad guy, right?
It's crazy. They were asking Trump for years.
Since that nigga was young, with a full set of hair, they was asking him to run for president. Oh, do that. And now,
they've also asked Oprah.
They asked every billionaire. They've asked them. They go on camera. Have you ever thought for running for office? The head of Home Depot. They asked Oprah. You can't think Elon Musk, your boy from the Dallas Mavericks. Anytime you're a billionaire and you get that camera in your face, have you ever thought of running for office? Like, I don't know how one thing's synonymous with the other, but they just, in America, we just assume if you made it in wealth, and we swear it's not really a business. Not like that. Because if you run it like a business where it's just cutthroat like that, then you start seeing people saying you're too cutthroat. Because when COVID, we're like, no shutdowns, bro. This is business. People die. You're going to say people die every day. Be keep shit going. You know what I'm saying? That's how business would have gone. But that shit, so it's not as much as we say it's a business. It's not like that. There's other stuff you got to take into account.
What else we got? We in pop culture?
Yeah. Pop culture / politics, I guess. A bit of a blender thing. What else? Biden finally passed the
infrastructure bill.
The infrastructure bill. So we got trillions going to be coming down the pipeline pretty soon.
Yeah, need to find out how that works. How does that work? I want my cut.
You mean?
I want my cut.
You want your cut? Go ahead and they said dozens of family relatives to the congressmen and judges finally just magically became contractors and workers. Yeah. You know how that's gonna go, but that's how it goes, man. Yeah. So, that's how it goes in America, man. That's how it goes. You know, so a lot of scammers gonna go on, but last time we made this much of an investment in the economy, the shit boomed. So we'll see how it goes. I know another thing we have in politics. Kamala Harris's approval ratings is tanked, you know, along with Biden's, but hers is mainly. I know there's a lot of black folks online always saying, "Where's Kamala? Where's Kamala?" They brought her out everywhere for us when they wanted to vote. Now we don't see her. Like, who gives a fuck what a vice president does?
Yeah, nobody worried about it.
Ain't nobody worried. Yeah, why y'all making it a thing? That where's Kamala? Where you want her to be at? You know what I'm saying? But I think there's people talking about that. People are pondering the idea of will there be a ticket flipper for the next go around where she becomes president, he's VP.
Is there one? I don't see it.
Nobody want it, yeah.
I don't think they win in regardless. Flip around or not. Nobody want to see Biden's old ass anymore. He up out of there. He had a good 1 year run, one sentence run.
I think where is he heading, like Wisconsin or some shit? His approval rating in that state is like 48%.
Yeah,
so it's 50% disapproval, bro.
Yeah, he's got a bad I don't know why Biden ain't got it's kind of crazy because you think anyone come after Trump, they're like, nigga, this shit about to be a breeze. Mm-hmm. But he's been in charge, and maybe we've just gotten used to every day we hearing the president go off or some shit. Shit's been too quiet.
Well, it's not that. The
His
thing
niggas
is,
ain't getting shit done.
Is it maybe
Trump
if he
was
is
getting shit done?
exactly,
maybe even if he isn't, maybe it's not getting out to us. I just don't know what I can't really tell you what he's doing or not doing.
well, the thing is, like, he's not delivering for his support base.
Exactly.
Like, you already know, like, those people who aren't with you, they're already not gonna be with you no matter what.
That's
You know,
what I feel.
The ones in the middle, maybe you can sway them to your side.
Listen,
But if you're not gonna provide for your support base, so not only do you lose them,
he's providing for a support base.
now
but
you're
it's-
also gonna lose.
It's
for,
a
the
minority
ones that are-
support base.
that
It's
are-
a very slither. See, Trump
It's not
Trump
that slither
didn't
if
deliver
it's-
either. Trump didn't give defense.
100%.
Trump came in there and got the tax cuts for the rich and all that stuff. That's all he did for everyone.
his support base.
But there's more than that. But for the poor folks, he couldn't do nothing for them. But what he did, he threw them a little red meat. Hey, this week we're banning transgenders from the military. Hey, this week we're kicking out no more Indians. Some shit that don't mean nothing to nobody, but it's to keep your base. Oh yeah, we like that shit. Throw some red meat to the Democrats. Here's the Democrats' red meat. Oh, we got your first transgender attorney general. Oh yeah, we're fighting this school for listen, the gay group is a minority within the minority. You cannot hold the whole party on that little bit. Doing only shit for that and Asian rights bills, this is too small. There's a bigger base. You got to do some shit for the black folks.
Yeah.
You got to do shit for they're throwing very little chips.
You ain't
and
never have to do shit for the black
You gotta have
folks.
to do shit for exactly.
You ain't never have to do shit for the
But
black
right now,
folks.
the black folks are noticing. Black folks are complaining now. Black folks are like, hold up, bruh. You gonna throw something my way? Black folks are complaining now, at least. You know what I'm saying? Because, in America, you can't do anything exclusively for the black folks.
Exactly.
You can do some shit for the black folks, but it's got to be black folks and everybody. You can't do no shit
that's true, yeah.
exclusively for black folks. So he did the little kickback for the families, the child tax credit. He's done stuff, but like I said, everything he's done is for everybody. And when you do shit for everybody, you might as well say you did nothing for nobody.
He didn't do. That's not for black folks. That's
It's
for the country.
It's exactly everything.
We're supposed to participate in shit that's for the country.
Listen.
We're part of this country.
Listen. What I'm saying.
When you do that, those who are not gonna walk with you are already not gonna walk with you no matter what.
Exactly. And those that are winning, but like this is a bonus. So the child tax credit, he said, is for the poor, and then the amount that they said they got like 50,000. I forgot the number. Maybe 50 million of children out of poverty or out of starvation. I don't even know who are these kids. These niggas can't vote. Why y'all worried about these jits, bro? Listen, not to say that, but you got to do some shit that's gonna help your base. These 50 million jits ain't gonna help your base. You got to throw some red meat towards your base. And I done seen plenty of where first LGBT this, first transgender health secretary that. You throwing red meat over there. Those are all fine for making your party jump. But in the woke era where people can't say what they want and we're tackling over, you know what I'm saying? We're fighting over, when we're running over Trump, I don't feel his wins are being clouded. You know what I'm saying? His wins are always being clouded. The infrastructure thing is a big deal. But that's still everyone. You got to throw some shit towards your base.
You gotta understand,
and
blacks aren't his base.
Blacks, even the working class, I don't understand. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it because if blacks aren't your
black
base,
population is too small to be your base.
Okay, blacks aren't be your base, but there's got to be some shit you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
But
Democrats
you
ain't
the blacks to win though.
Listen, Democrats ain't.
No, you don't.
Listen,
No,
Democrats
he
ain't
does.
putting motherfuckers
Do
in.
not need the black vote to win.
You do. For
How did Trump win?
For Democrats they do.
No, you.
For
Democrats don't show out.
they
Yeah,
do.
black votes don't show out.
Democrats,
Yeah,
If black
but you don't
if
need
black folk don't show
you
up
don't
for
need
Democrat,
the black vote to win an election, as Trump just showed y'all niggas.
No,
you don't.
Trump is
No, no.
Republican.
But for
That's
Democrats-
different.
I understand
But for
that,
Democrats, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
For Democrats, not
okay,
Republicans.
if he would have
But even Republicans, what really helps Republicans win is the electoral.
Listen,
college.
the
But you should be tackling all that shit, electoral college, all
And
that
it's,
shit.
it's
when
not.
you
It's
have-
not only till Trump came about. That's when he even founded the new base, which were more the poor whites.
yeah,
For
that's
the most
new.
part,
Yeah, the
Republicans
shit-
wasn't really fucking with the poor whites.
Yeah, that's Trump shit is some new shit that they never seen. That's why he's that powerful. That's why Republicans don't fuck with him because Republicans never had a majority of the country.
Yeah, they never
and
did,
election
yeah.
after election, they weren't getting good
no
turnouts.
party
They had a,
no party ever had the country back to back like that.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah,
It's always been for like the past 100 years. It's always been Republican, Democrat, Republican, Democrat.
No, but I'm saying
because after a
I would say
party
100, like maybe.
after a party loses the election for like
twice
in a row, they don't come back. We're just getting to this 2-party shit in America.
Yeah,
It used to be at least like 3 parties, 4 parties.
but once you lose,
Once you lose so many times, they just
kill the party off.
So now we're at this 2 shit.
But the shit Trump did is the majority of people were not turning out for Republicans. Republicans have to win through electoral college. Trump getting these rural whites and these poor whites active in the game is some shit they had no answer for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was Trump that was big, getting all these people activated. Even this time, the only way he got them back is by people saying we're anti-Trump and raising up. But now when you have all this power, you're not doing nothing with it. You're not gonna get the same turnout second go round. At the very least, Democrats should be putting motherfuckers in jail. If you gotta show flex file, everyone that ran in that White House, I'm hearing motherfuckers getting 2-month deals. And motherfuckers should be getting 15 years. You gotta show, nigga, I'm tough on crime. I'm bamming all
Who
these
was this
crackers.
last guy? They just got somebody.
Steve Bannon.
Yeah, Steve Bannon.
But he's just because they're
he was indicted.
He was a subpoena. Yeah, they gave him a subpoena.
Yeah.
He was ignoring his subpoenas. This, that, and third. Now grand jury sent for him. But every time I see, ever since Trump been in office, seems like these white guys that are all these rules that we're supposed to be scared of. This, that, and third. They seem like, if you got it, this shit don't mean nothing. How long CNN been making it seem like Trump's about to go to jail, bro? I thought Trump was gonna go to jail for sure, bro. At some point, after all, like this nigga ain't going nowhere. And not only that, but all these white folks that ran through that building and showed you I ain't got no power, ain't nothing gonna happen to them. So what am I supposed to believe? This party, it's an ultimate sign of disrespect. How weak this party looks, bro.
Was it one of the Hispanics that was part of the
the one guy that got bammed?
he got some time.
Yeah, he got bammed. I don't know if because he had priors, but no one felt sorry for him. That
shit was ridiculous because he got so much time and bitches that was taking shit from the White House ended up getting like probation and shit. And
I'm like, bro, every one of that bitch should get at least 3, 4, 5 years. At least you're gonna show your base that we tough on. But for you to just make it seem like, we don't want to get them too mad, well, allow these groups to do what they want. There's more of these rural motherfuckers, bro, that really swear that this is their country, even they live in the middle of nowhere. That's the audacity of it. the rural motherfuckers have is that they're so bold, that they're so American, not my American life. You don't even really participate in America, bro. You chill. You in the middle of nowhere. But we are out here bowling and folding these motherfuckers that they're not in the metropolitan areas. They're not part of the community. They're not really part of America, bro. You know what I'm saying? and we over here folding for these people. This shit is crazy. That shit is, the Democrats looking wild to me. I don't see the enthusiasm or any of that shit happening. Even if they're to flip it and make Kamala be the top of the ticket, that shit dead.
Yeah, Kamala, after this term, Kamala's not gonna be looked at as she can be presidential.
Yeah,
because how it's been going since Obama. Who was the president before Obama? Bush. Who was Bush vice?
Bush's vice was Dick
Cheney,
and he was he was the first vice president to be all up in the shit, running shit secretly, and that's why it was kind of refreshing to get a president, a vice president that goes back to not doing shit.
That's the thing. Like, but back in the days, a vice president, you being a vice president means you had a chance of running for president the next coming election.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But for that's like the past 20, 30 years, that hasn't been the case.
Oh, yeah, because if the person fuck ups enough, we ain't fucking with you at all. Yeah,
right. No one's looked at Pence as someone that could run for president.
Yeah.
No one really looked at Joe as someone that could run for president.
Only
everybody was looking at Hillary.
Yeah. Well, the reason we ended up with Joe is because Trump fucked up so much. We're like, we need something refreshing. We couldn't get. They weren't gonna go with no one black because of Trump. We needed another white. Like we said in here in this podcast, they needed a white guy. And we went with old ass fucking Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Because after Obama, if Joe Biden was really a good presidential candidate,
ran. Yeah,
he should have ran and won to keep Democrats in office.
He ran, did he lose against Hillary?
He lost against Hillary. And Hillary lost against Trump.
I didn't forgot about that. He did run, right? He ran against lost against Hillary.
Right.
Damn. Yeah, he just had to
But
see.
I think the Democratic Party didn't believe that Hillary would win against Trump.
No, that ain't what happened.
Was
It was Hillary going against Bernie, and they didn't. They end up siding with.
That split the
They end up
Democrats
siding.
up.
Yeah, they end up siding with Hillary. They roll with Bernie.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give them the coverage. Is that in the third? And every week they would highlight another candidate. I'm like, why the fuck we care about these people?
Mm-hmm.
Stick to these two over here. And they kept highlighting another candidate. And then until at the end, they wouldn't give Bernie coverage. And they let Hillary get in. Hillary got fucking eaten alive by Trump.
Yep.
He over here calling her. The same way Trump lied to us based about Hillary going to jail. It's the same way CNN.
Talking about Clinton. Too.
Yeah. It's the same way Trump lied to us. It's the same way the news lied to us about something about to happen. Like, listen, these motherfuckers like royalty in America. Nothing's ever going to happen to them. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't even heard of Hillary since
exactly
the loss.
Yeah, like, they made it. They swear these people are going to jail. Like, listen, man, these people get so much power. That whole they going to jail shit just a root job. Nothing's happened to them. But when you actually have people that could go to jail, I expect motherfuckers to go to jail. I expect these people in the White House that ran in the White House to go to jail. Steve Bannon ignoring subpoenas, I expect this guy to go to jail. When you got regular white folks can't go to jail, like, dog, y'all really fucking shit up right now, bro.
Speaking of regular white folks unable to go to jail, what's the case with the 17-year-old
Rattenhouse?
Rattenhouse. Today, the judge decides to drop the possession of a deadly firearm.
Possession of a deadly weapon.
A deadly weapon by someone 17 or under.
Yeah.
The only fucking crime that you could literally see, not even that you could literally see, because you can see that there's no debating that crime.
The one that we got that nigga.
There's no debating that crime because he's underage. He has that gun. Guilty. Period.
But you know, like, I don't think there's not an age on owning gun.
What do you mean? Yeah, there is.
Just depend on the state you're in.
Depends on the state. Yeah. So
and they made it because the judge made it a technicality type of thing because he was like, well,
he says, is there a muzzle on it and everything like that?
Is there a muzzle? How long is the muzzle? And
which has nothing to do with it. It's a deadly weapon.
No, because there's rules that teens can have guns for hunting and sport and shit like that.
Correct.
And apparently shooting these protesters is fucking hunting and sport.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I got from it.
Yeah, technically I went hunting, Your Honor.
But the only crime that there was no denying he was guilty of that was the fucking what's name. The other ones you can say okay, there could be debatable if he felt threatened for his life, which is bullshit. But having the gun itself was a crime.
Was it?
Yeah, nigga, you're underage. You cross state lines. He don't live in that state.
The crossing the state line, I think that's the.
He don't live in that state. That's what people don't realize. He doesn't live in that state that these murders took place. He came over there to protect property from another state because he heard protesters. People was protesting over there. Nigga, you don't even live here.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Let the fucking police that run this state or community do their job. What are you coming over here with a gun for? That nigga should be buried under the jail.
The fact that I saw the video has he casually passed the officers. Mm-hmm. I was like, man.
Listen,
I didn't even think there was gonna even be a trial. So,
like I said, it's getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. To me, this is why racism, in a sense, will be the undermining of the country. It already is in a sense, because you set up a certain amount of rules. Everyone has to abide by. If you keep saying "not my people," this other, after a while, people saying these rules just look weak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And before long, your own people is gonna undermine them. They're gonna feel like they don't apply to them. You're just gonna keep slowly getting undermined. Before long, you're saying the shit don't stand for nothing. People like, you know, it already looks one way. Like I said, even with the White House thing, this thing already looks one way. We already know if those black people that were storming that Capitol. Yeah, that shit. You already know how that should have ended.
Yeah, if they could do that trumps.
Did they ever get the black nigga with the red hat in the thing?
I'm not sure.
Yo, I heard that about it.
There's thousands.
They probably already done buried that nigga under the jail. We ain't hear about it yet.
So this to me, I was like, listen. At the very least, if I was in charge, I was like, yeah, look, this motherfucker fucked up. We're gonna have to bam him. Yeah, I mean, I like these niggas, but just to make this shit look legit.
Or he could have said he was just there doing a tour.
Listen, just for impressions, sometimes you gotta throw one under the bus. You think they wanted to throw that cop under the jail for sitting on Buddy's neck, but we got you on camera, bro. What do you want me to do? This is a closed case. You out of here. You fucked up. You gotta be cleaner about it. This kid over here crossing state lines, looking to catch a body, catches two of them. And shoots another guy who had his hands up, didn't do nothing, and still shot Buddy. And over there, it's not a stand your ground state.
And they have it all on
video. So when you shoot someone one time, it's okay. But if you standing over them and still shoot again, it's different. It's not stand your ground over there. It's a different set of rules. So I don't know. This shit is wild to me, man.
I'm telling you, if he gets off, I don't see no reason why that they shouldn't burn that courthouse down.
Well, they already bringing in.
I'm not advising you guys to do it, but I don't see no reason why it shouldn't be.
Why that court? There's no reason why that courthouse shouldn't be standing anymore, right? There's no reason need the courthouse there at all. And then if you go forward to the Ahmaud Arbery case, then we already bring up the fact that last week the lawyer said we don't need no black pastors up in here.
No, I don't. I think that happened after we recorded.
Yeah, I guess he got word that Jesse Jackson came in and is like, we don't want to have any of this.
And he already seen what's the boy? Al Sharpton.
Yeah, Al Sharpton.
Al Sharpton was already there the week prior.
Yeah, he said he heard Jesse Jackson here. You don't need any of these pastors. He's like, look, we just don't want any more black pastors. We don't want any black pastors coming down over here. And then what's worse is he said something about he said was the equivalent if we had a white pastor here that looked like Colonel Sanders with a robe on. I like, you know how what is that equivalent? So your equivalent to a black pastor is a Klansman. That shit is fucking, and the judge stopped him from saying, I like, let this nigga rock, bro. Yeah. He burying himself right now. This shit is crazy. And he's like, I'm sure, I don't know if the
So hold on, the lawyer saying that?
The lawyer of the defense, bro. Shit like, like,
come on, man.
You know, and on both these cases, these judges over here going out their way trying to trying to damn near get these niggas off on the technicality.
Where's the culture, cancel culture for shit like this?
Yeah, bro.
When you hear shit like this, where's the cancel culture?
Yeah, so you can't take that shit serious, man. You just
when he said, you seen the two white girls on the table just shook their head like, fuck, this motherfucker did not just say this, that we don't need no more black pastors up in here. That shit is crazy. And the shit's wild, bro. We're gonna see how both these cases come out. I think the Ahmaud Arbery, they probably gonna ban them. It's crazy. Are they going on, all three going on trial at the same time?
No, the kid one, they already finished doing the arguments, so the jury is in deliberations.
Okay.
So that one's gonna come back soon. We don't know how long they're gonna be in there, but I expect they already got the Coast Guard and all the shit on standby.
Oh, wow.
They got the good boys on standby.
Yeah, they didn't have it during the Capitol right now.
Stand back and stand by. So we'll see how that goes, man. Anything else?
Let's see.
Any follow up from the Aaron Rodgers thing?
Yeah, nigga, Aaron Rodgers was playing football this Sunday.
Jesus.
That's the follow up, nigga. That nigga was playing football.
He back in the game.
I don't know if they fined him or anything, but that nigga was playing football this Sunday. I definitely saw.
I look back at those footages. Aaron,
happening in Wisconsin, yeah.
Aaron, have you gotten the vaccine yet? Yeah, I'm inoculated. I'm like, what a fucking this. Yeah, like immunized. I'm immunized. Yeah, technically, he never said he got the vaccine. He just said, you know what I mean. That's no different than saying I have the antibodies. Yeah. But he said in a slick way, yeah, I'm immunized. I'm good to go.
Yeah. So those were the three victims of Carl Rittenhouse. Yeah, I think they're all white men, ain't they?
Yeah, they're all white men. It's just a murder. Same thing. They were out here protesting for Black Lives Matter. They caught the body. You know, he figured they were Antifa, this, that, and the third. I think one of those guys was a pedophile, apparently. Because, you know, this is what white America does. This is what white America does. Whenever the white man kills someone, they drag the victim, mind you, they drag his criminal history into the...
So even if he's white, so...
If they want the white guy to get away, yeah. If it's a black guy, you're going to hear all about it. You see all the time. Anytime there's a black person,
privilege triumphing privilege. You know.
Yeah, definitely. Because when a cop that gets killed, they don't tell you if that cop was a dirty cop. He had five bodies. Automatically, cops killed, heroic. They don't give you none of the background. They can't tell the family. If the cop catches a body, they don't tell you. We can't release the cop's name right now to protect him. But they're gonna start immediately telling about the victim. The victim used to have priors, is that other? They're immediately running the victim through the dirt. So
even
you see who they
stuff up about
so you see who they're protecting. They're protecting the cops.
Yeah.
And then now in this situation, they're protecting the white kid. Even though he killed another person because they want him to go away.
Even though he shot 3 other white men.
Because what was he fighting for? What side was he on? He was against the Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
And that's the thing. Like the judge forbid the prosecuting to even call the people that were killed
Victims.
Victims.
Wow.
Yeah. You could call them rioters.
You can call them rioters or looters.
Yeah.
But you can't call them victims.
Yeah, because they're painting now. Like, what the fuck are we here for? What are you talking about? They paint them as someone had to be a victim if someone's being persecuted right now, right? What the fuck am I here for? This judge is insane, bro.
Yeah.
That judge trying to get him a deal on Fox News or Newsmax when this runs over. When this runs over it, dog. Because ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? This judge here was wild. You seen the footage of him talking about his iPhone? Talking about he's doing all this talking about how he screenshots his iPhone. And it's like the shit was fucking hilarious,
He didn't know he could do that?
He didn't know he could do, like he says he don't want his messages backed up. So he don't want people reading his messages. Or he'll just screenshot them so he can get back to them later because he don't want them being saved on his phone forever. So delete them. But when he goes back and he screenshot them, like, I didn't realize it's going to show as a small thread and you can't really see them. They're small. Someone should make this technology and make it bigger. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? This is a guy.
This is the guy we got on the fucking...
Yeah, bro. Like, he don't understand the fact that
honor,
when you screenshot some shit, you're not taking the full size of it. It's a direction. Why would it have the full resolution for when you didn't take a screenshot of a full resolution? You know what I'm saying? He didn't understand it. Like, yeah, someone should make a technology like that. Well, you screenshot... The guy was fucking wild, bro. He said, yeah, I just save it. I take a picture and I email it to myself because I don't want to lose it in case I need to go back and remember what I was saying. And I don't want to get on like, why are you saying this on camera? Because now someone hack your shit and they can get out. The guy's fucking wild.
He must want someone to hack his shit.
Yeah.
That's why we shouldn't let these old motherfuckers make rules for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's another thing. You know, judges have lifetime, what's the name? They need to have, I guess depending on the position, they need to have terms as well.
Yeah,
I just don't know what's going on in the world right now.
But yeah,
he's the judge.
This shit is crazy. Y'all got anything else?
The only thing I got on sport was WNBA players want more pay.
That's a given.
They think
don't we all want more pay?
They think they're on the same level as the NBA.
They bugging.
If they ain't showing no side boob and some ass cheeks, they ain't gonna get it, bro.
Listen, even if they're balling as much as the NBA didn't decide their value. The audience did. The market does. You know what I'm saying? That's why the NBA was able to hold out and then get the type of money they're getting now. Why don't the WNBA go on strike and see how that works out for them? So the market decides their value. You know what I'm saying? The NBA did not decide. These niggas out here balling, shooting, doing shit that's never been seen. They're still elevating the game. These niggas shooting from the logo every night now on some new shit. They out here thinking, contemplating whether or not they should make like a 4-point line or some shit because this game's getting so crazy now.
That'd be crazy.
Niggas gonna shoot from the other side.
They're contemplating like this shit's getting wild right now. Should it be the same level that you get to shoot all the way from the logo? Should it count the same amount of points as you shooting that close from the three?
For 10 points.
They might count that.
Maybe
count
a half
for 3 and
points,
count everything 2 and 1.
Yeah, some shit, right? Yeah,
that shit is crazy.
Because Steph Curry done changed the fucking game. My thing is how quick the motherfuckers adapted. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just not how quick. How long Steph Curry been playing for?
Probably 8 years.
So in 8 years, you could change the whole style of basketball.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. Motherfuckers come down. You seen the other game the other day? The other day, someone busted 3 on him. He took it down seconds left before the clock in the third quarter, and he busted 3 just the same. Bitch, think I got these on. I got these loaded. Anytime you want to go.
That was against Charlotte.
Yeah. So just the NBA is just so wild now. You seen that shit in college now.
They just the Warriors just played Brooklyn. I think it was the last night.
Yeah,
They could put a good spanking on the Brooklyn Nets, and this is just Steph Curry without Klay Thompson, because Klay Thompson not even back yet.
damn.
Wait till they get the other sharpshooter.
Yeah, shit's gonna.
But
Crazy.
that nigga Curry been beasting this year.
So that really exposes Durant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What do you mean exposed Durant?
Well, he wasn't a Warrior.
because Durant used to.
Yeah.
Well, we already know the fucking thing was solid. We already know that it couldn't do it without
Yeah,
Durant.
but he won MVP.
Yeah, because Durant's a beast. Durant could go anywhere and get MVP. This motherfucker balls. That was the critique about him. You didn't have to go over there. Mm-hmm. They didn't need you. They won without you. Why the fuck would you go over there? You lost just by a chin of the hair. You should have stayed on your team and go back and defeated them. So that's his biggest asterisk. So he had to go over there and show that.
Even more now. Now you went against
Now you have your own team.
Yeah, against
with
Curry.
one superstar.
Yep.
And you can't do shit over there in Brooklyn.
I don't think Golden State will be able to beat them boys on a playoff.
I think they will.
What? After this game, bro? Come
That
on.
was one game though. Durant's a beast. Don't.
So what do you think Steph Curry gonna do in the playoff if he did that in a regular game?
In the regular season. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Listen, I'm not doubting Steph Curry. It's the rest of the team. When Steph Curry ain't got no other guns loaded,
That's the thing.
I'm
The
just
one
saying,
man
he
by
didn't-
that time,
Yeah.
Klay Thompson should already be back. And that's half of the Splash Brothers. They didn't call them boys the Splash Brothers for no reason.
we'll see.
Exactly.
We got to see how it is when Klay comes back. How good he is. Because we're still hoping.
Because
he's
we
that
already
good.
know what Kevin Durant and Westbrook is going to get us, obviously. Not Westbrook, but Harden.
Harden. Yeah, I saw Harden try to play defense. It was trying to start the ball from the side. Yeah, it was terrible.
All I know is this shit's not good look. I just can't wait. I'm waiting the season to progress a little bit more because I need either Brooklyn to keep losing. Either way, it's a win-win. If Brooklyn keeps winning, your boy gonna look wild for not being on the team. They're not gonna need him.
Kyrie.
And if they start losing, people are like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You coming to play? You coming to play now? You're gonna have to fold one way or the other. This shit's gonna end with him having to make that decision.
I don't think they built the chemistry yet. So,
Well, I'm saying if they build it without him, they don't need him. If they don't got, if he still comes back, and
They did build some kind of chemistry last year.
so
yeah, but now he's out of the.
Now he's out of it, so
now that throws everything off.
who knows? We'll see how that works. Y'all got anything else on sports?
Yeah, that's it.
we spoke about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, how this guy's not suspended for the rest of the season is crazy, but see how that works.
Cam Newton's back in the NFL.
Yeah, already with his
yeah.
fucking rags and shit.
Yeah, he came back. It was a good comeback, 2 touchdowns.
Your boy, your dude was on. You remember if you ever watched Soul Food? The character's name is Brian Michael Smith on 911. 911 Lone Star. No, that's the wrong. Not Brian Michael Smith. Sorry, the nigga that Soul Food on HBO. What was it on HBO?
Talking about the show, or the movie.
The series. The series. He also played in, I believe, a Tyler Perry movie where his wife was cheating with the with her boss or some shit. Either way, I think he just quit his job. He quit because he didn't want to do a COVID mandate. So a lot of motherfuckers are giving away millions because they don't want to comply to his COVID mandate. So I'm hoping y'all niggas they got their family in order and everything else, because you know once Hollywood put you on that too difficult to work list.
I'm looking at the cast.
I'm gonna tell you which character. The main character, him.
Oh, Rockman Dunbar.
Yeah, that's why I was just looking at the story. Was it Rockman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rockman Dunbar, he exits 911 over COVID vaccine mandates.
Let me see.
After,
Because I don't know who y'all talking about.
After requesting a religious exemption. You know, niggas nowadays just find religion out the blue now that COVID out here.
Put on this little Muslim cap.
Yeah, I think these people gonna go for it. Like, nah, they ain't going for it. These companies ain't dumb. They're not giving you religious exemptions. So, hopefully you got the bag regardless, because, you're giving away that 911 check, which is a good look. He ain't been on regular cable television in a while, but good actor too, man. So let's see. You already told you Ice Cube just walked away. Was it from $9 million?
Yeah, I think it was 9 or 8 million.
Yeah, but Ice Cube got it, so it's different. We got I think that's it, man. I don't know if we have anything else. I'm sure by tomorrow there's gonna be some shit that done broke loose, and
I know, especially because we don't watch the news at night. I mean, while we're recording, there's always usually some shit that pops off when we're recording.
Exactly. So one way or the other, we'll see.
Find out that baby done shot his baby mama.
And baby done with him. Then we speak of your boy Will Smith dropped his his book. You hear me?
Is there an Audible?
I'm sure there is. I think so. I won't be reading it. I'm not on the Smith family's on. They're on a different journey.
Yeah, bro. That's what I was telling my wife the other day. She was like, Will Smith family is pretty. I was like, them kids are fucking weird.
Yeah, they're not on nothing. They're not on nothing that I inspire to be.
These are fucking weirdos, bro.
Smith he's been in Hollywood a little bit too long. This is a former, what was he on? He was part of that science religion. What was it?
Scientology?
Yeah, he tried Scientology. They over here having open marriages. His wife can't get over her ex-friend. Apparently wasn't even her boyfriend, but she loves him, always bringing up Will. You over here having entanglements. Y'all over here talking about y'all both agree that y'all can never really make each other happy, but y'all still with each other. She's over here. He said he planned a whole day out for her, brought somebody out for her and everything else. And you heard about that story when they were like on vacation. He was saying he brought up on the book how he had flew someone out for her, did a whole day, and she didn't even say thank you. I think at the end she's like, "Oh, can you just send him away? I just want to go to sleep," or some shit like that.
What you mean?
Jada just be fucking sizing my dog.
What do you mean he flew someone out to her? Like a penis?
No, like a singer to sing for you. You made like a whole event, a whole romantic gesture for her, and she just didn't even say thank you or anything.
August.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it was August. Maybe she's like, I know you ain't gonna bring this thing. You could at least buy another one. Damn, nigga. Either way,
it was in August.
Yeah, Will Smith saying he's kind of airing out the memory,
letting us know how he was simping.
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, y'all over here trying Russell Wilson when you know what I'm saying, when it's Will Smith, that's how you're simping. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, Wilson's good, man.
Who would imagine?
Yeah, who would imagine? This is what happens when celebrities get too cool, man. Trying to be personable, trying to be relatable. I don't know if I want to see Will Smith play an action movie again, though. I don't know if I'm believe it.
Yeah.
He's good playing Serena and them dad. I don't know if I'm going to see him as a leading man again.
To the movie, to the theater, and you hear somebody go yell out, "Entanglement!"
Right from the jump, though. So it's a crazy
the next
look.
Bad Boy series that come out. Like, nah, he ain't.
Yeah. He ain't no Mike Lowry. That ain't no Mike Lowry. Ain't that his character name?
Yeah.
Mike Lowry would never. Mike Lowry would never.
Oh, man.
He's a different dude.
Crazy.
We got anything else? You already signed us off.
Y'all got any recommendations for this week? What y'all been watching?
Ain't been watching nothing.
What I've been watching? I've watched a couple of things.
I know I watched something. I can't remember what the fuck I watched.
I'm still letting that BMF pile up. It's getting good reviews. Have you watched the Ghosts, the Power Book 2 with the son?
I watched the first season.
Any good?
I liked it. Yeah, I watched the first season.
How about the Raising Kanan?
I watched a few episodes of that. I'm up to like episode 4 or 5. But that was good. That started off real good, so.
It still blows my mind how he gets props for making that kid play the younger him that looks just like him when he literally could go hire someone. He literally has a son that looks just like him.
Yeah, but that nigga act
could have
right.
just get him a check the same way he thought the same idea to bring Big Meech's son. You're like, oh, I got someone perfect for it, Meech. How about your son? You could have thought the same fucking thing about your own son. But, blew his own son's bag.
Very noble, more authentic.
It'll look just the same. His son, you know what I'm saying? It'll look like a young 50, the same way he went and got that little kid, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Instead of going to get a stranger. But that's a relationship we never hear about. When 50 cut off, when that nigga cut off his kid, that nigga cut him off.
Yeah, nigga want to run with his mama. You go be with your mama.
That shit's wild. Let me see. I've watched. I think I already told you last week. I got my thing on queue for Netflix. The what is it? The Harder They Fall.
Yeah, I watched that.
So I haven't had a chance to watch that. I got that on queue.
I know I watched something on Netflix. I can't remember what that shit was.
I'm watching Arkin right now, which is like an animated adult type shit. The shit is fire on Netflix. Yeah, that's the only thing right now I'm watching. That Arkin's fucking fire. It's based off, I think, the League of Legends video game. But the graphics, the design, it's like an adult anime. That shit is, but it go hard. How about you? Any recommendations?
Bro, I can't remember what I watched. I just watched something that was really good. Like somebody else be watching my Netflix. I don't know what the hell it was. Was it that, or I had an album recommendation? I had something that I fucking didn't write down.
Oh, the Silk Sonic album. I'll recommend that one for sure.
Who's Silk Sonic?
The Bruno Mars and what am I forgetting buddy's name? Joint album.
And Anderson.
Anderson .Paak. Yeah.
Paak.
That sounds soulful, old school. That shit's fucking fire. So I'll definitely recommend that. The Silk Sonic album from Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. Any recommendations, Gray?
Nah, nothing.
No, Gray don't watch TV.
Yeah, man.
I can't remember what I watched this week that I've been watching a lot of Blacklist. Blacklist is still going on, so I've been watching that.
Blacklist. What's Blacklist?
With Raymond Reddington. Never heard of The Blacklist? It's a TV show. It's really interesting.
I thought the Blacklist. Maybe I've definitely heard of the Blacklist. I didn't know it was still going on.
Yeah, they're on like season 8, 9 or some shit like that. That's what I've been watching.
Fucking fire ass series. It's kind of crazy that it's going on this long. Here's my thing. With it being on NBC, it isn't like my issue with any show on NBC when it runs after a while, it kind of gets redundant. It's not getting.
Nah, it's not.
It's not getting too unbelievable. They're like, bro, you've been on the run this long. You're a secret agent. It's not back at your enemies.
Yeah, it's not redundant. They found a way to make some crazy shit.
Oh, okay.
Show some way people doing illegal shit.
Anytime I used to watch shows like Heroes or even not House, but Heroes or Prison Break, any of those Fox or ABC shows that run for a long time, after a while, the stories keep cycling back. Even like The Walking Dead, after a while, when it's regular television, I'm like, this shit's not advancing at all. It's like, we've been here before. You know what I'm saying? They just new characters. They're recycling the story over and over.
Yeah,
I'm out, bro. That's the only issue. But I usually know those shows, the first 2-3 seasons, them should be fire. But the writers, it's too much money on the water. Like, fuck it. I know the writer probably had originally made it for 3 seasons, but like, fuck it. They're throwing too much money. We got to keep extending this shit. But I don't know. I know Blacklist was good for a long time. I wonder, is it still good? You say it's still good.
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah, and the dude's a hell of an actor, though. Raymond Reddington. He recasted his role as Ultron and on Marvel's the What If series.
You said he did what?
Remember he played Ultron in Marvel. He was in the Avengers.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The first Avenger. No, he's the second Avengers as Ultron. Oh. And on Marvel's What If, the last 2 episodes, he came back and recasted his role. Remember they had all those guys in there on Marvel's What If. I don't know if you ever watched that on the Disney.
The Marvel's What If, isn't that cartoon?
It's like cartoon driven. It's still the real actors doing the voiceovers.
Yeah, okay.
It's drawn in a way, but it's dope. I
think I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of that.
His name isn't Raymond Reddington. The character's name is Raymond Reddington. The actor's name is James Spader.
You think I know these white guys' names?
Yeah, he's one hell of an actor. I used to watch this motherfucker ever since he used to do Boston Legal. And the show The Practice was fucking fire. He did so good on that, they gave him a spinoff and gave them Boston Legal. That's about it.
Oh, I did watch did I say that last week? The Colin Kaepernick thing?
How is that? I haven't kind of been reluctant to watch it. I seen everything was going online about Colin talking about he was basically saying how the NFL combine is pretty much like the slave auction
trade
block, the trade block.
Yeah, but
I was like, Colin, you don't get the fuck out of here.
People always been making that comparison though.
I'm sure people making that, but one, you're the quarterback. So if it's anything like the Colin, you're the slave. You know what I'm saying? You're the house slave.
Yeah, you're the head slave.
Yeah, you're the house slave. You out here helping the master. You over here reporting. I'm saying, don't tell me it's like the trading block when you're the quarterback, because the quarterback gets the most benefits, and it's part of almost management in that sense.
But I didn't really learn much from it because I was part of my studies in college.
Has he always been like this woke type dude or anything?
I don't believe so. I don't think so. The movie don't really show him being a woke type dude growing up. It shows the struggles of him having 2 white parents and being a black kid and shit like that. It shows that part. It makes you realize, like, we might think mulattoes have it easier, but them motherfuckers go through the same shit black people go through.
I didn't think they have it. I assumed that. I thought sometimes it's worse because they have to learn the code switch because they're not black enough for blacks and they're not white enough for whites. So right, they definitely have to learn the perils of walking both worlds.
But sometimes they get a little more.
Nah, they don't.
They might get some privileges over a dark black, sure.
Yeah.
But that's just
But that's just colorism. Yeah,
exactly. That's colorism.
Even then, like, they get admired by black people too.
Yeah. But that goes all sorts of stuff. But they also get hated by black people as well. That's colorism. They also get hated by black people sometimes as well.
I think now I'm really seeing the hate, but back then, like, they're always
that's always like a lot of killers in jail are red or mixed motherfuckers. So they have to
so
they have to overexert because motherfuckers be trying them.
I think his really showed that, bro, mixed or not mixed.
But even when you talk about like brown paper bag,
Yeah, but that's within the black community itself, the brown paper bag test. Yeah. So I'm talking about they're living in America and they're still treated just as regular black folks are treated.
Correct.
So they don't get it's not easier for them in life.
Unless they're passing.
They still get
believe that though, but
you said who?
Black people believe that. They think they
get better, but they don't.
Yeah, but they don't, and they still get followed around the stores. They still get looked at like black people get looked at. They still get looked at. You feel me? Yeah. So that's what that showed me, because I was like, damn, these mulattoes don't get treated no better than we do as black folks. They still niggas. That 1/8 rule is in full effect.
Probably even worse, yeah.
I wish one day they would actually visit why a lot of activists or a lot of pro-black folks that are very go hard, they usually are mulattoes. And I feel it's usually a way to make up for them kind of feeling that they don't.
No, it's because, you know why? It's because they feel they should be entitled to some of that white privilege, but the world don't give them none of that white privilege.
So you think they go harder?
So
that?
yeah, because they like they feel entitled. That white part gives them that entitlement that they should have, that inherent entitlement.
I be
That
thinking
they're
it's
not getting, and them motherfuckers is furious.
I be thinking it's the opposite. I be thinking the black folks don't give them the love they're supposed to get, so they gotta show. Look, I'm pro-black, motherfucker. I know even more about my history than you do. For whatever reason, I feel it's an extension of one greater, one hearted or the other. I feel like because most times a lot of pro-black folks, they are usually mulattoes. They are usually mixed, black and white.
But there's different. I'll say there's different mulattoes or even light skin. You got the light skin who like probably like just like born into like a black family who just happen to be light skinned, who genetic, and you got the mix.
Yeah, but we're talking about the mix. There's even the ones that are very, very
Well, there's some mixed people that are darker than light skinned black people.
Yeah.
But we're talking about like very, very when they're very, very red, it's different. I mean, you're saying that there's black folks that, they might have mixed in their family years down the line, you know what I'm saying, genetic-wise.
They're not mixed. I mean, even like you look at a lot of time I always see it's like when you see a family, like the first kid might be dark. A lot of times the second kid come out lighter.
Yeah. That happens, but it's not common where it's going to be where one kid's super red and one kid's super dark. Not with at least one of the parents being off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not
I usually see them around the same color.
Or maybe a
Same
couple of
shade.
shades, but we're talking about
It happens.
We're talking about when you, I'm saying, but that's rare though. I'm saying we're talking about when you're like super
And
red.
you're probably seeing the older one because the older one's out more.
Yeah.
So that they're getting tan.
No, not
more.
really. No, they're born like that. Yeah.
That much redder?
I don't know. You weren't there when they were born, Gray. I can't take your word for that.
Because even in my family, I know like a few of my cousins. Like, yeah.
I seen families where if one parent's red,
That second one just not that person's baby.
No.
Listen, I have seen families where there's one in the hood where the mom's red and dad's red, the dad's dark, and each kid, like one kid will be red, one kid be dark, one kid be red, one kid be dark.
That's genetics.
I've seen some shit like that where they're just so rare, it's just so odd that you wouldn't think they just make a blend one, they make it down the middle, but we've seen that. But as black folks, man, that's a good thing. We come in all hues and all sorts of colors.
All right, folks, y'all already know what to do. It's a wrap for this one. Y'all already know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram. That's Absurd Podcast on Twitter. That's Absurd Pod on where we at?
We did Instagram, Twitter, and now Facebook.
Google Podcast. That's what it is, right? Google Podcast.
This nigga Gray don't know what's going on.
No, you gotta say Facebook, right?
All right, folks. Y'all already know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram. That's Absurd Pod on Twitter. That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And you can always drop an email at that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. And you know the voice line is always open. You can hit up that voice line at 407-900-6076. That number is 407-900-6076. And Gray, you are right. We are available on all platforms.
Yes.
Available wherever you get podcasts from. You can catch us on
So
that.
it's no excuse.
No excuses. And we out.